Because I'm worth it.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
What's up?
Had the wrong
I feel
screen
like I
up.
got caught or something.
She's like, they started too soon.
No, I was trying to put my I had my blanket on my feet, and so I wanted to put away, but then I was like, oh wait, the music stopped. What am I doing?
I know I had the wrong tab up. I had the YouTube tab up, and I was like, oh wait, we're live. Whoops, it's fine for.
Oh, because you were watching the broadcast, which is delayed.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, I've got a few more seconds.
I clicked on the wrong tab. Oops.
Oopsies.
Anyways, what's up, guys?
Hi, what's up, everyone?
So me and X-Ray both just watched War of the World, so we're gonna talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah,
I
although
feel like I'm
first-
at war with Amazon.
I was thinking earlier what the ladies on Saucy
What's
Saturdays
this?
would like, and so I decided to bring you a poem this week as an intro.
Okay,
It's
you gotta
Roses
read
are
it.
red. What's crack-a-lackin'? Alien 4K remaster painstakingly adds Sigourney Weaver's bush back in.
That was beautiful, Disbrew.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I think it deserves its own. I think I'm quite the poet, even though I didn't read it. Well, write it.
Yeah, you read
Read
it.
it.
You
Oh,
didn't
you
read
read
it. He's thinking
I
about
want to
the
know.
book bill.
I want to know the bill. I want to how much they paid a guy to do this,
So
and
they
whether they
paid,
had to convince him.
it was expensive. I remember hearing about this a while ago. I was
It was
actually on a street.
expensive.
No,
Hey,
like for
you know,
them
bushes
to
are
remove it.
Okay, wait.
Well, for them to remove it, they had to, CGI it out, or whatever. And I remember I was on a stream talking about this. This was a while ago, and the chat tried arguing with me about it. They were like, they didn't have CGI in the 70s. And I'm like, literally Google if her bush was removed because she refused to shave. And the chat's like, oh, sorry. I'm like, yeah, why would I just say that?
Oh wait, crap! I typed it with the wrong account. Whoopsies.
I just like that. Like they had an option. They were like, "Look, we can."
It's the second time she's done.
Like she can shave.
Said I
We
love
can
you to
use
someone
smaller
before and they
knickers.
lost it.
And they were like, "No, we will go to the effort to have her wear small knickers and also CGI it out."
That's really funny, but yeah, she refused to shave, so they were like, all right, and it was, in the 70s, it wasn't as easy as it is probably now to just like erase it out. So yeah, they had to pay. I forgot what the amount was, but it was not like cheap to do that. I'm like,
Ridiculous.
What-
Just let her have her bush, okay?
It was the
Yeah, but this
70s.
isn't-
So it was
This
a
isn't
thing,
like an automated thing. It says painstakingly. It implies that a guy went in and added them in hair by hair. It was like, no, this is going to be my best work.
Gosh.
I have to unerase it.
Has anyone seen the new bush?
No.
Well, it's in that photograph, but it is blurred.
That's what I mean. I feel like I want to see it just to see if it's believable or if it looks like as bad as the CG on War of the Worlds.
Oh no, it says painstakingly. I have a feeling that that's the best CGI in the entire movie. Like, the aliens probably look like ass, but her ass will look amazing.
You mean her bush?
Well,
mean
yeah,
both.
but both, They probably
Well,
CGI enhanced everything, to be fair.
Does she have a bush in her butt?
Look, there was a guy that used to work essentially doing Photoshop on magazines, and so if he didn't like a woman's legs, he just cut her legs off and drew his own on that were better. And that's probably that guy, what he starts messing with one thing, he's like, oh no, this could be better. He's like a digital surgeon. By the end, she looks 10 times better than she did originally.
That's just an editor, isn't it? A photo editor or
Yeah.
a video editor?
I think they call it a fan.
Oh. As people who might know, I used to
Dan.
wax people. So I've looked at a lot of bushes and trimmed the hedges, removed the roots,
She knows her bushes.
and I created works of art. Like a
Do you have any
lion's-
weird, like, weird requests? Like,
Or
can
a
you shape it
triangle.
into a cat or something?
Can you
Well,
make it a rose?
a
Yeah.
heart a couple times, and then a circle once. I thought that was strange.
I don't know
Okay.
why. I just picture her with like goggles on, just like this one, and she's
And a
just like
chainsaw.
hair's just like flying
Yeah.
everywhere. And she's like, and I'm done.
The most
Beautiful.
difficult bush I ever had to like wax was like when she stood up, her skin sat differently, so I had to like wax her a little bit on the table and then get her to stand up and then kind of like see how it all hung.
Oh, no.
I feel by that point it doesn't matter. It's like
To her, it mattered. She wanted the landing strip to not be crooked when standing
we are
up.
rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic at that point. That's what's happening.
Hey, it mattered to her. If she wanted to have a nice strip for her boyfriend, husband, whoever it was.
I don't think there's a single man throughout all of history, maybe the odd autist, I guess, but that has ever looked at one and gone, that's wonky. I don't think that's never happened. Like, he's not getting out a right angle triangle to see if, like, one of those laser beams to make sure it's all straight. This is out
You
of plumb, this
question some
is.
people's OCD, Despero. It's probably the guy
Imagine
who...
if they said no. And it's like, look, I was willing to until I saw how
Until
wonky
this.
that is. Yeah. You have no standards.
It was probably the guy that painstakingly CG'd the bush back on.
Mm-hmm.
It was probably. Do you
He's
think
like,
it was?
look,
Do you think
he
it
takes
was
a photograph,
Phil?
I can do it myself.
I feel like Phil probably took that job and he just went undercover. I
Phil
think he would.
who?
Phil from Project Eggroll.
McCracken.
Oh, okay.
I feel like he would do that, and it was, it was rough, but someone had to do it. Dan
Starscape.
demands Starscape.
Damn, this isn't Squid Game, all right? This isn't how complex can we make the shape. I want mine in an umbrella.
We used to do vajazzling too. So
Oh,
it would
sounds
be like
painful.
no, it's either like jewels that are preset, kind of you just like stick it on, or like we have stencils for glitter. So you put the glue on, and then you put the glitter on top, and then let it dry. So
Okay, maybe not painful, but uncomfortable.
it didn't hurt.
Maybe.
No, once
it can be painful because they do the piercings. That also
my
counts in that.
piercings down. There's been some crazy piercings I've seen down there. Some crazy ones. Oh my god.
Like a hoop earring. That'd be the weirdest.
Probably. I mean,
Because girls get two majority of the time. There's the one that sits like this, like a hook, and then the one that sits like a hook like this across. I'll let the imagination for the chat
this Brew thinking
go.
very hard.
Yeah.
I'm trying to work out how
Like,
the
he's
first
like-
hook goes. Because it's like that. And I'm like, what? Does it
Okay,
point out? That'd have your eye out.
Imagine we're not
Whose
gonna. I might my blanket.
eye do you
Imagine
think?
this is the lips. So there's the one that sits on the the sensitive bit there,
Yeah.
like that. Okay, and then there's one that sits like this at the top.
What, going underneath the...
No, through the where the it starts dividing the top of the lip. They have one like through this way.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I love
That
how
seems-
inquisitive he's being.
That seems pointless.
yeah. and then I met someone with 8 piercings once.
Oh.
Please tell me they weren't all down there.
That was the 8 piercings down there,
Was she
not
trying
counting
to
the ones
stitch
on her
herself
head.
up?
Huh?
Was she trying to stitch herself up? That sounds like DIY
I think
surgery.
she was kinky. Like really
She
kinky.
was something, but I don't know that's the word for it.
Like really like BDSM type kinky, I think. So I'll
I
show
don't
you
think
where
there'd be
they
a way-
were.
I don't think there's a way to put 8 in without it being
So-
painful.
She had the 2 that I talked about, and then 3 on each side. 1, 2, 3.
This would be like shagging a cheese grater.
Ouch.
It was. I was like, there's no way that the guy ain't feeling that.
They were hoops, so it was she had to get
Oh my
someone to
god,
take
I was
them
making a
out.
hoop earring joke as a
No,
joke.
it was true though.
Oh no. Oh no.
Hoop earrings are already a sign of low class. Nobody, if you have them down there, they are. Everybody knows
I
it.
have hoop
Are you
earrings.
What about like those big?
I can't even
like,
see your hoop ear.
Like they're so
Even
they're-
now, I can't
think
see your hoop
these-
earrings. I
Oh.
can't see your hoop earrings when you're removing your
he
hair.
means the big ones.
He means like the
Yeah,
ghetto
I mean the
fabulous
dangly
ones.
ones.
Oh,
The
the ones where
dangly
you can wear
bits.
as bracelets.
The dangly
Yeah, I don't mean
bits.
earrings. I mean the hoop, like actual hoops that you can see.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like
Yeah.
if I can grab your earring, it's too big.
Too big. Unacceptable.
Disprove not a size queen. Not with earrings, at least.
No.
It's a sign of low class. Everybody knows this. So if you're
I
having
actually
them
had a
shoved down
pair of
there as well,
those. I like them, okay?
I'm not sure you're disproving my argument.
Hoop earring theory, yeah, with the
Yes.
sprue. It'll be a new segment. Hoop theories with the sprue every week.
And it's not basketball.
I did think with the
Oh.
WNBA, if someone's throwing something on the court and you're not scoring a basket with it, you're missing a trick.
Oh my god, can we do trick shots? Oh, if the WNBA did trick shots with the green dildo, that'd be funny.
The problem would be if you yeeted it towards the basket and it just stuck on the board. Like,
Oh
who's
my
getting
God,
that down?
it could-
You'd
could
have
you
to get
stick it on
an
the
NBA player
board?
to come down to reach it.
No, you stick it on the board and then use it as a thing to like hit into the net.
You could even.
That'd be
We've
cool.
actually invented like strategic women's foot basketball. So like you can give them so many per side, they yeet them at the baskets, and they can use them like blockers or
This is a
helping
new
aids.
sport. I love
Yeah,
it.
so you can either block the enemy
Ooh, we can
basket
start
with
it.
them,
It's called
Or,
Saucy
like,
Team.
put in sort of extra like funnel shapes on yours. So now you've got actual target practice.
Wow. Well, there we go. We've got we had Basketball, the movie. What are we gonna call this?
Saucy balls. Sorry.
That was a clean clip as well. That was a perfectly clean clip.
I could be talking about meatballs, Chad. Get your mind out of the
Could
gutter.
anything. Yeah. It was the way you said it though as well. It was like I've got a great one here. I've got a banger.
The light bulb
Saucy
went off.
balls.
I got the light bulb right above my head there. Steve. That's actually a light bulb. There's
You
a
only
light-
get the sauce if you score. Oh no.
Look what I got. I was gonna show X-ray before we started. We're like, yeah. I'm not gonna wear it with my glasses though, because it'll hurt. You know when you wear headbands and your glasses like digging. Yeah.
Mhm.
No.
I get that. They're so adorable. I want my Hello Kitty pair ones. I saw
They
some.
have yeah, there's a bunch. They at even just at City Walk. City Walk has a Hello Kitty stand. But back on the topics, guys. First off, hold on a second. I'm gonna catch up with supers, but Staccato put something in, and I believe this. Thank you for the 10. I've had to replace a lot of lower front teeth due to loss from tongue rings.
Does it like wear away the
Ow.
tooth or something?
Yeah, depending where it is, I imagine it'll bang into your teeth as you move your tongue around.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I could see that. And they
Well, I
like
wouldn't want to get a piercing on my tongue anyway. It's kind of like a
Mm-mm.
weird one.
it'd be
there's a guy-
uncomfortable.
There's the guy that like cut his tongue so it looked like a snake tongue.
I've seen that. It's
Oh
so
yeah,
creepy.
I've seen him
Well-
grab an ice cream cone with either side. Like he
I
can
think
move
that-
it independently. So he kind of goes out like a vampire and grabs
was
it
the
and then takes it back in.
Ugh. Yeah,
He's got tongs for a tongue? Tongue?
Yeah.
Mongoose, don't forget Disprove's poem.
Oh, that's true.
Thank you for the 2 pounds. What
Well-
can I cook today?
Staccato
there was
correct.
There was also a guy though he had implants done in as a bet. He was drunk one night and his mate went, I bet you wouldn't do this for whatever money it was. He went, okay, for a year. So he kept him in for a year. Then afterwards he kept them in longer because he said he's never been with so many women in his life because they just think that's weird. I'll give that a go. And I think the snake tongue guy, I think it has the same effect. I think it's weird enough that women were like,
Well, the snake tongue guy, they would probably just think, oh, that could be a fun bedroom thing.
exactly. Never going to
Talented
experience it
tongue.
again. Maybe
And
that's
all.
the next stage in human. Predators were wrong. Autism isn't the next evolution of humanity. Maybe it's forked tongues.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that.
That hurts to think people are doing that to themselves. I don't know.
Well, on that note, I'm already falling behind. Thank you guys. Pokies has been a member for 26 months. Thank you. Did you hear about Simon? That Simon and Garfunkel have shortened version of their biggest hit, "A Bridge Over Troubled Water." You okay, Disparu?
I read that
That is
before
a
you got to it because
bad
you stumbled over it.
I
Bad
stumbled.
joke.
I thought it was going to be about a concert. I don't know why, but, so I stumbled.
I was like, what? Oh, and I got it in real time.
Andrew Matthews for £2 says Disparu read his lines better than Clark Gregg. Listen, Clark Gregg wasn't even the worst. Ice Cube was. He was just.
I don't know which
He was
one
like,
Clark
this is
Gregg
Clark
is.
Gregg?
He's Coulson.
Oh, I know him as Coulson.
He's like, I don't know. I
That's the only name
thought his real name was Coulson.
No, I just know. It's
Wait,
like
which
that's his
was
character. That's what
Coulson
he always be.
From Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Coulson was the boss.
Yeah. The one he was like, oh,
The
you
male
figured
boss.
it out. That one.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry.
The one who's constantly going, you need to be in meetings. And he's like, well, I need to talk to my daughter first. Just answering every single call. The movie is essentially, I'm going
Microsoft
to...
meeting.
Well, I'm going to steal state resources for my own family. That was the movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna steal the resources to actually stalk my family.
Yes.
I know.
Including armed predator drones.
Yeah,
It's like...
I didn't know there were so many drones out there in the world until this movie came out.
Every single corner has one, apparently.
I mean, I believe the camera thing, that was just over the top. There can't be that many drones just chilling out.
No, they're incredibly expensive to have flying around all the time.
And where do they go to,
I think it would have made more sense if they were saying satellites, but in this, they'd blown up the satellites.
Yeah, that's true. This movie though.
Yeah, it was we'll get into the details in just a second, guys. Let's catch
Just
up
a
first.
tick.
Jason Webster, thank you for the 2. Kate Bush was not the only Bush of the 1970s.
Mhm.
You are correct. There was also Sigourney Weaver.
because the bush doesn't exist as much anymore. The little bugs that were in there. What are those called again? Crabs. It's an endangered species. Okay.
No one will care. Like, some species don't deserve to be kept around. I'm fine with those going extinct. I will have the dodo back if we can make those go extinct.
Oh my god! I want the dodo back. They're harmless enough. I think. I could be wrong.
It could just be the name that is making us think that, like dum-dums, but I don't know. They seem.
Yeah.
I've never heard of like a dodo attack.
They're very unlikely to turn into some kind of Jurassic Park humanity destroying species.
The Canadian geese scare me more because they square
Oh my
up.
god, they're the worst.
To be fair, they're surrounded by Canadians. I'd be angry too. Our geese are fine. It's just the Canadian one.
The jabroni, big time for 2. X-ray being degen again, claiming she isn't.
I was not being degenerate. It's just what I did.
X-ray is the only person that thinks talking about how she shaved bushes isn't degenerate.
I didn't shave bushes. I waxed them.
There's a difference.
You see why people call you degenerate?
No.
Like, actually,
I was being
remove them
factually
differently.
correct. Is that degenerate if you're factually correct?
You decide.
Depends
chat.
what you did that was factual.
Wait, is it actually a degenerate thing to wax people's
No,
things?
it's just funny the way you talk about it because you talk about it so matter of factly, as if everybody does it. You know, of course, we've all been out there shaving strangers' bushes. That's the way you talk about it.
No. I think we've all maybe had our stuff waxed or shaved at some point.
Most guys haven't. Yeah, nearly all guys, in fact.
Okay, well, I think a lot of guys go through midlife crises.
They don't. Not like that. They don't.
My
Maybe this is another Canadian thing.
Male clients are like post-divorcees in their 50s.
What? And they decided that they were done with women.
No. They've decided that they think that it is the thing that younger guys did at the time. This was like 5-10 years ago. To when you go back in the dating pool. I don't know if that's true
I'm
or
gonna,
not.
I'm gonna claim they're just ignorant of what's happening in the world.
That's probably true as well. Okay.
I don't know which way. Have they been reading like some women's magazine? And it's like, no.
Maybe. Okay. Let's not
They just
shame
discovered
people
the term metrosexual, and they were like,
for
actually.
liking to be smooth. Okay.
Yeah, manscaping. There's a whole brand called Manscaped.
Yeah, but manscaping is shaving it so it doesn't turn into a
Not
rainforest,
waxing.
which is different than waxing. Yeah,
I think. Okay, so I
that
don't
would
know.
be like
I'm not like.
gazetting.
I know like. Don't some guys like get their chest waxed? Maybe that's shaved too.
Chest
This was a
eyebrows.
metrosexual psyop that women's magazines did to try and emasculate men. That's all that was for the last 30 years. Men have never actually done with this stuff. You know why? Because men are far too lazy to do all of this stuff. They're not spending hours at a waxing place.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
It's like men would look better in makeup because they would also be able to lie how they look. But no man can be bothered to do it.
And men also have really nice eyelashes.
oh, because they don't put
That's
anything
just
on
because
their
they don't
eyelashes,
touch
though.
them. So if you just left yours alone or didn't shave them off to tattoo them back on, you could also have eyelashes.
Well, no.
Eyebrows,
You can't tattoo
eyelashes.
eyelashes back on Disparu.
He's like, he just caught that. He's like, oh, whoops.
Wrong hair.
Donna, thank you for gifting a membership. Market Reality for two says top area down under.
Topiary.
Sorry.
What's a topiary?
Yeah, what is a topiary?
Topiary is like that smelling crap that old women keep around their houses.
Oh, like
that
potpourri?
That's like
Or
potpourri?
potpourri, sorry.
I don't actually know if they're different. I always thought they were the same.
Are they? Oh, okay. I've only
It's
heard
a
of
horticultural
potpourri.
practice of training and clipping perennial plants. Oh no! Topiary is, you know, when they get a hedge and they shape the hedge into like
Oh.
that's topiary.
Okay, well now that makes sense. Now
okay,
Mark's
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah, potpourri is something different. Why do we have words which are almost exactly the same for entirely different things?
Blame the Latins.
Hmm.
To be fair, they're all dead, so I think that's probably punishment enough.
Is it really
They are.
Latins if it's the language of Latin? Are they Latins? Because then I'm thinking Spanish people now.
It's called a dead language.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
It's just the root of other languages because we evolved past them.
Jason,
Neanderthals.
That's how the Americans feel about their English.
Yeah, I mean, your IQ drops far enough, you don't know where you came from.
Oh my god.
oh yeah, Donna says think Edward Scissorhands. Yeah. Okay. Jason
Except when you're
Webster.
sleeping. Oh no, that was a different guy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for the Australian 5. What a
Oh!
coincidence.
Sorry, it dawned on me.
It just hit. Talking about Sigourney's bush, and I've just had a cup of bush shells tea.
Maybe she made them.
Yeah.
Is
From
that the
her
special
bush.
ingredient?
Ew.
That's
Brings a whole new meaning to
Right.
teabagging.
It does.
Oh, why?
Uh,
Why do we have to go there?
The jabroni big time for 2. The bigger the hoop, the bigger the hoe. Oh my gosh.
I would have said it if I thought of it.
The correlation of hoop is this.
I've never
You know
heard that
what?
before.
I
Yeah,
believe
it's
that.
the same size down under. That's the rule.
Oh my god.
She's thinking about her own jewelry box.
Oh no.
I'm not drunk enough for this conversation.
Oh gosh. Andrew Matthews for £2. What is worse?
Nose.
Nose ring or fanny ring?
Nose. Because at least the ones downstairs,
Oh,
you
fanny's
don't
different
show them
these
off
days, those
publicly,
things, but-
whereas
The
Oh,
nose
yeah.
ring you do.
the British version, pounds. Yeah, so one is hidden, and that means that only the person you're with might actually know about it. It's weirder if you go around bragging about it. But knows you're broadcasting that essentially want to be led around like a bull, which is just weird.
I don't like the nose ring. I think a stud would be the max I would go with. But
Yeah.
even then, I don't know.
yeah, a
I wouldn't.
ring
I
would
would
be too
definitely not
much.
do an actual ring here or here.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
studs are
definitely
generally
not
on
right
the
here.
side, which I think people think of them differently as actual rings through the middle bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how we got here. I don't even remember how the conversation
The
Uh,
super
got here.
jets.
Oh, okay.
The bush. You know,
Oh, the
just
bush,
Drew's
the
poem brought us
waxes.
there.
Oh,
okay?
yeah.
He started this conversation.
I was just talking about aliens. It's a pop culture channel.
No, you're talking about Sigourney Weaver's bush.
Which
in
is
Aliens.
in Aliens.
It was a poem about painstakingly CGing her bush back on.
Exactly. And what do we want from movies? We want a lot of effort put into the things that matter.
Jason Webster, thank you for another 2. Dildos because they were fresh out of the octopus. I don't get it.
I think that
for being thrown on the court.
No, but isn't it because there's 8 of them on a team? And it might not be that they were
Hi,
thrown, they
Lambs.
might have just been dropped.
Welcome in.
Like, they were just walking around, just like, oh no. Someone threw this!
Mike Poe for 11.99 euros. Hey everyone, hail to F&T people. Hello.
Hail.
And you know what? It says Michael Doberman now because I got the @ thing. It feels weird saying that. I'm gonna keep that Saucy Balls clip for the future, but I did post it on Discord for the memes. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. All right, we'll catch up on more supers in just a minute. So what should we start with? Do we want to start with
I think
the Gina
the
stuff?
War of the Worlds.
Or
I feel
World-
like we're already talking
Yeah, because
about
we already
it.
started that. You want to pull up your article first,
Well,
Disparu?
Firstly, I've got a video, and this was me watching War of the Worlds.
Oh gosh.
Oh no!
ידעתי. לא עכשיו, שנייה. זה אמיתי. שנייה.
Oh my god.
You made all those noises, huh?
I
They
thought
sound
I had
like
a bad laugh.
farmyard animals.
I thought I had
Wow.
a crazy laugh. That takes the cake.
I just like that they were determined to take the piss out of everybody, and like, no, what happens if we get them together? Then they will be laughing at each other, which will also make them laugh.
Disparu sounded like a bunch of
They
birds.
did sound.
when he was
They sounded like a farm. It was weird.
Yeah.
So like the weirdest thing I guess about this movie is when I think War of the Worlds, I was thinking of the Tom Cruise movie, which was really good with Emily
It's
Blunt was
based
in
on
it.
the same thing.
Yeah, that movie was so freaking good. And then this was just like, it's like, like we only got Ice Cube for 2 hours. Give him all the lines. Just read them. Don't worry about it. We'll edit it later.
You don't need to learn the script, okay? You're just gonna be at this computer desk the entire time.
Yeah,
That's
I find
true.
with the Tom Cruise movie, like some movies are made by their ending. I feel that was ruined by it because it's just, oh yeah, they all died. They got a cold, and I'm like, that's an awful way to end that movie.
What, the Tom Cruise one?
Yeah,
Yeah. I liked
and
it
they're
though.
like, well,
I
it's in the
liked
book
it.
as well. Yeah, but it's not a good book. That's why. But Paul Tassi, he loves the Marvel movies. He always defends it. He comes out in defense of everything, and this is like the movie might be so bad Amazon did it deliberately.
It was a parody of itself.
Yeah, these people are so inept, it's impossible for them to be serious. And he even goes on, where is it? He watched the movie because he heard it was so bad, and loads of people have. This has been at the top of Amazon's most watched, like all
For the last 2 weeks, right?
yeah, like since it launched, it's been the most. It's awful on every level: premise, performances, writing, directing, CGI, twists.
Damn.
Outrageously bad. And it's just an Amazon infomercial with the company.
Yeah, some of the reactions were, and the one part where he decodes whatever he deciphers that it's his son's voice. Like, why didn't they do that in the beginning?
Yeah, it was a one-click thing to decode the encrypted audio.
It wasn't
Yeah.
that difficult from what I was shown, okay?
No, he did 2 things and then boom. Wait, it was you? Yeah, sorry, Dad. Like,
But he calls it the worst adaptation, one of the worst movies of the decade, maybe of all time. I don't think it'd go that far, but who knows? The more,
I don't know
the
if
more
all time. There's definitely worse movies than that, but it was pretty bad.
well, that's the thing. He thinks maybe they made it deliberately like that to compete with The Room, which is also renowned as one of the worst movies of all time. He
I
can't
can
think
beat
of
that.
another reason another explanation. No one could release this thinking it was good. Even the title is it's worse than you think. That's their own pissing subheading.
So they knew.
Well, that's the thing. It's gone viral because of how bad it was. And he even watched over 28 years later. Can't confirm any of it, but that might be all the evidence you need. Ammon has got a lot of perfectly fine things, and he had to believe the awfulness was the goal here. This is a movie that's so bad, it made an absolute shill think it must be planned. Like, he has joined the ranks of conspiracy theorists on this one. He has a tinfoil hat, and he's like, the aliens might already be here. The aliens might have made this movie themselves to convince you that they're not coming. Is that kind of level?
That's the most, that picture there too is like the most reaction we probably got out of Ice Cube in the whole movie. It's like these aliens come, he's just like, wow, what?
Yeah. It's rare that you see a 0% Rotten Tomato score that's also #1 on a huge streaming service.
Yeah.
What movies do have a 0% score? I'm so curious. Did you have that in your review, Disbrew? I feel like you might have maybe searched for that.
I didn't look up other 0%. I remember that's how I found MILF Manor. Because I just looked up what was lowest on Rotten Tomatoes and saw that.
I love the description of this. The War of the Worlds Rotten Tomato score has managed to rise to 4%. That was Disbrew.
Well, I actually... someone said this was me, and I went, no, if it's me, I'd want everyone to know about it.
Okay, let me see. What movies have 0% score on Rotten Tomatoes? Wikipedia.
But I think I retweeted this with the line, a man of culture has arrived. I think he even said it's really bad, but really funny.
I don't know any of these movies. There's a movie called The Queen's Corgi.
What?
I don't know any of these. So these all have, according to Wikipedia,
Even the Queen didn't
0%
positively review that
on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't know any of them.
Please,
Oh,
Academy. I've never
Pinocchio.
seen that one. The 2002 one, is that the one? Oh, I know what
Italian
Pinocchio is, but not that
fantasy
one.
Comedy drama. Okay. National Lampoon's Gold Digger. Didn't even know they made that.
Yeah,
Look at
me
that.
neither.
Mound of
Super
chicks on
Babies
top.
Baby Geniuses 2? How on earth did Super Babies Baby Geniuses get a sequel?
I liked it. Well, I was young, but I liked Baby Geniuses, but it was like a cute.
That was a good movie. I felt so
I've
sad
never-
when they lost their talking abilities.
Oh, I know.
What? X-Ray hasn't seen the movies which every single person in the world has seen, but she's seen Super Babies Baby Geniuses.
No, the first one.
Baby Geniuses won.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a second one, but yeah, there's Baby Geniuses, and it was just a cute little. Like,
I've never
family
even
movie.
heard of that movie.
Transylvania. What?
Yeah,
What?
well, you can tell what that's about.
The Nutcracker in 3D. That sounds like a corn.
Oh no.
I wouldn't be surprised if some of these were. Cabin Fever does not deserve a 0.
Wow.
I never watched it. So
Wait a minute, Cabin Fever. Oh, I didn't see that. I remember seeing like the trailer when she's like shaving her leg, and I was like, oh, I can't watch this. You know what I'm talking about, Drew? Because you've seen it. Like it, yeah.
I can't remember the trailer for it.
I just remember that.
vaguely
Like,
remember
stuck
like the
with
outline
me.
of the movie.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. This is I didn't even hear of this movie. Alarum
No, me neither.
with Sylvester Stallone and Eastwood. Interesting.
No, I haven't heard of that one.
Okay. A lot of these, well, I can see why, but it's funny that War of the Worlds has become viral for how bad it is, and the fact that it's funny on a parody level unknowingly.
Well, yeah, because now it's better than all of those movies because they
Yeah.
stayed at 0.
Yeah.
There was one that was at 0, and then Grace Randolph came in and you ruined it. She
Dang
came-
it, Grace.
I remember she retweeted the score with "Oops, was this me?"
Oops, I did it again.
She hasn't reviewed this movie yet. I don't think she's
Yet.
going to.
I think she should. I want to hear Grace's thought on this, to be honest. I think it would be hilarious. So
Her mic.
Yeah, that you
get
went so
that?
high pitched it cut off. That's why I suddenly looked at the screen. Oh, I went on a channel and it auto played.
What? Oh, I thought you were gonna share something.
Grace Randolph. I just got jump scared by her voice.
Oh, sorry.
Ooh. Sorry, I tried to do it lower so that people could hear it. Only dogs could hear the last
Yeah,
one.
all the dogs in her neighborhood are barking right now.
I tell you, if she reviewed War of the Worlds, it would get way more views than her current videos. She
I
missed a
think
trick.
so.
Yeah.
Hmm.
People want to know what a true critic thinks of it.
Well, speaking of critics, this lady doesn't like pretty white girls, apparently.
Which one? Oh!
Oh, no, I don't believe that. I mean, she eats enough of them.
I mean, Sydney Sweeney fits into her one leg.
Yeah.
Depends.
I mean, yeah.
Depends
It's just
on
funny.
what, Disparu.
I was
Finish
like,
that
depends on
sentence,
which
Disparu.
bit of the leg.
You know, I don't understand why. Like, it's not even just like black women, but even like layered, like whatever your skin color is, when you wear like a top or even pants. I see it in Florida a lot, wearing like leggings that are like their skin color, and I'm like, oh, I thought that person was naked. Like, I thought this was like when I first saw this, I was like, oh, I'm like, it's still
Also,
but I thought she didn't have a top on.
like this whole outfit, I'm seeing too much of you. I don't
Yeah.
like it.
It
I don't
seems
like
too
it.
much.
Yeah, I mean, her legs are like proof that compound interest is the greatest power in the universe. They grow exponentially. It's kind of magnificent how
This is embarrassing.
she just stops
For-
storing
for-
energy at her knees.
for a
Oh
lot of
my
reasons. This is embarrassing for a lot of reasons, but to show that you're a jealous catty biatch and then you gotta like you feel cool about posting it, it's like, no, you're like
F you,
like-
Sydney Sweeney.
I know, like you feel cool for that. Like you're not. It's very cringy and ugh. Yeah, she's
Well,
got a
there's
lot of bumps going on there. Oof.
The rolls on rolls on rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, those trousers are doing a lot of work. They had to be specially reinforced to try and hold a human shape.
They're very strong.
That is
It
the
is what
case.
it is.
That she's like, no, Sydney Sweeney isn't the most beautiful person in this picture, let alone for an advertisement. It's like, what, you standing in the way of her? Like, can we see that one?
Her fat ass fat. Oh my gosh.
But the whole last 2 weeks now at this rate, the reaction to Sydney has either been like, yes, we're back to hot, and Nazism. It's kind of crazy to see how one topic can bring together people to at least comment about something, because it's always been about one thing or the other and kind of figuring out which stories are more popular and whatnot. And Sydney Sweeney is just controversial enough. And I think positive things will happen because of this as well, in terms of like us seeing more hot people.
Oh yeah,
The re-
because American Eagle, I think didn't they sell out of her jeans?
Yes.
Mhm.
Out of her brand. But there are some things in the world which are an IQ test, and this is just a how ugly are you test. People say that objective beauty doesn't exist, but this entirely disproves it.
Mike's
Because
here.
you know the people that critique this, you know what they look like. You can
Mhm.
tell. And the more angry they are, the lower the score can go.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's true. I was actually just talking to somebody about that the other day. So it's funny that you brought that up, that lower IQ people are the ones that get angry easier. Not that like, you know, you can't be smart and get angry sometimes, but people that fly off, I'm not saying it's either or, but like I'm saying like fly off the handle of the smallest thing. A lot of those people tend to be a bit more like lower IQ. Like, you know, people like us, people say things to us and we can take a joke and we don't get mad, but you could say it to a certain other type of person and they don't take the joke. They get mad. They freak out. You know what I mean? That the same people that like hate follow and hate tweet all the time when you know, disagree with them and they lose their minds, start frothing at the mouth. Those kind of people, they have lower IQs.
Well, there's research that with lower IQs you become more animalistic,
Yeah.
which means you're driven more by instinct, more by impulse.
Mhm.
But I think with a lot of things, it goes off the standard distribution stuff, and you generally find out either ends agree. So you'll have 75 IQ people just going, I like Sydney, she's hot. You'll have higher IQ people going, I like Sydney because she can actually reenact that rollback feminism. We can actually start getting back to how things used to be. We can actually humiliate all of these people I don't like. And then you have the middle people just going, she's a mid-century German and she needs like to be stopped at any cost. It
She said
tends
the
to be
word
the middle
jeans.
people who lose their minds, and everyone else notices what reality is for one reason or another.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Agreed. Here, let
It's
me get-
like with the whole man-woman thing that we had before. You had people just going, "I see this woman," "I see this woman." You go, "Well, actually, if we go through an academic study, then we can do this and we can go through all these loopholes." They're just intelligent enough to convince themselves of a lie that they know isn't true. And
Hold
that does
on.
take
That's
some
called
kind of
being
level of IQ.
delusional, Disparu.
Yeah, but on either end, you would focus on reality. There is a certain minimum requirement of intelligence to convince yourself, to go through the academic loopholes to trick yourself into believing something.
Hold
You also
on.
or you have to be intelligent enough to realize the way society's going and go with it for advantage.
Is this a parody page? Lizzo calls out Sydney Sweeney and American Eagle in new song.
I know she did her own version of the ad, but I don't know about the song.
Because this just popped up like 20 seconds ago. It says she called out Sydney Sweeney in her controversial ad campaign with American Eagle in a newly released
Oh, she did.
song.
It's in Rolling Stone, Hollywood Reporter.
Oh,
It's from a couple of days ago. Oh yeah, in
Okay.
new song. That's in the Hollywood Reporter.
Oh my god. Okay, I
Okay,
wish
so
I
she
could
says-
listen to it.
She says, I got good genes like I'm Sydney. So she didn't come at her.
Oh wait, read the entire lyrics. Can you make it bigger? I can't read. No kizzy, he ain't got no business being with me. Fat, beep, pretty face with the titties. Beep, I get good genes like I'm Sydney.
Beep.
I need a
I-
beep.
I
You
do have
do.
her
No, sorry.
just going through random sound effects.
Oh, here.
Oh,
I
there
can
you
read
go.
it now. I can
Okay,
read
here
it
we
now.
go. Here we go.
No kizzy, he ain't got no business being with me. Fat, pretty face with the titties.
You are beeping
I
the
got good
weirdest
genes
words.
like I'm Sydney. I don't know what I'm doing.
It was like with Jerry Springer, someone went through one of his clips and just started beeping thus. And it made it sound so much worse.
Oh my gosh.
But there is her Instagram post here that I haven't watched, so I don't know what it
So
says.
I'm not gonna play it just in case, but it says the Instagram video released by Lizzo opens with the news anchor issuing the following rant. We're over this woke agenda. We are over the Lizzos. We are over the Dylan Mulvaney's. If this were a 300-pound non-binary person, they would be applauding her. Lizzo's got good genes.
Well, no one can tell because we've gone way past whatever those natural genetics would be. Like she's turned herself into essentially
Yeah.
whatever I don't know what she eats a lot of. The only thing I know
Food.
that regarded her with food was bananas.
What?
Well, that was
That,
What?
that came
Anything.
from that came from her backing singers. She got
Oh,
accused
okay,
of
like
doing
what?
making her dancers something with bananas. Bananas.
Bananas.
And my favorite thing from those accusations were when they said she would insult us for being too thin. She'd go around insulting skinny people. It was like upside down land.
I don't understand people sometimes, but hey.
I don't understand people most of the times. I'm just here living in the world. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
I just exist.
Exactly.
There are times sometimes where you'll break through into a different algorithm on Twitter or something and say,
Mhm.
oh my god, these people exist. And you just find people with like utterly unbelievable views all talking as if it's all perfectly normal. It's very strange.
Yeah.
I feel like that's normies in general because I feel most people are pretty normal. It's just the internet.
Yeah. The internet, like not just us, but like the internet tends to be highlighted on the bad stuff or like the weird stuff over
Like War of the Worlds. This is the thing. The world got so bad, it became funny. And that was the thing. Otherwise, you'd be like, I don't need to worry about the bad stuff because the good stuff is just good enough. But now, everything is bad. So the really bad stuff is just, how on earth did this happen? Like, how did you get a job and you can create this mess?
Mm.
Did we
Yeah.
move on from War of the Worlds? Was that it?
No,
We were
no,
like-
no. We started talking about Sydney, and I'm like, wait.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I don't know. I think I brought that up.
No,
'cause it
she
went with
brought up
something.
the fatfluencer who was giving the middle finger to Sydney.
Yeah. So go ahead. Go
Very
back, let's go
short-lived
back to-
careers.
So yeah, She went viral, but not for the reason she was hoping. She thought she was being a hero, but she's just getting made fun of. Oopsie.
You know, I think that if you are going to put out negative energy, that's not the type of promotion you want, because it's kind of in the same vein as like gossip drama with streamers. You're only going to get the views and attention for that, so you feel like you have to do that again and again and again. And if you're having fun with it, that's a different story. Because I do think Disparu's cringe watches of TV show and movies, it's not the same because he's not jealous of
I'm
movies.
amazed.
He's actually like
as it's going on,
enjoying.
I've
He
already
loves
watched
the bad
this and I'm
stuff.
still living in stunned awe that
Yeah,
this is on my screen.
But that's what I'm saying. It ends up still being a positive for you, whereas these people are like so negative. Like it only lasts for like a short period of time. So good luck with your 15 minutes of fame.
Oh yeah, even the stuff that I didn't like Valma. Alma was horrific because it was spiteful and it was full of bile.
Fred was the best character.
Well, no, Scrappy was the best character because he killed her. But slashed her apart. It was awesome. And pushed her out of a helicopter.
Wow.
But, no, that was it. There was things like that where they say something and a lot of the review is arguing against the points that they're making. And so it was also kind of weirdly debate things. And that's same with Star Trek and everything else. They use their entertainment to make a point. So I counter-argument it a lot of the time.
Yeah. If you panned over to the other part of Disparu's room, there's Velma merch, She-Hulk,
I've got
Willow,
like 4
the
She-Hulk
remake.
t-shirts.
Oh my
I
god!
know you have
Do you have like
She-Hulk.
what should we call it? The shrine of DEI?
I ordered a cutie gat to a Barbie doll.
What are you gonna do with it?
Please show
It's
it
gonna be
off
in my
on
background.
stream.
That's the first time I've said it, but at the moment I heard it was announced, I bought one.
Oh my god! I'm so excited for you. I'm really excited for you.
I can't wait
He's
for him.
just going to be in random different positions.
But every stream, every video. Just...
Can you do like you know how Az did his like dolls thing with the, you know, maybe Shooty's favorite positions?
Oh,
Oh,
no.
this is the thing with all my stuff.
Please.
One of the She-Hulk things that I did a review where I just started swapping between the t-shirts. Never comment on it. It's just people notice or they don't. And this is because I was planning on just having a peer in the background, and then eventually, that cutie cat. It's like,
Yeah, do it. You should like, I don't know, zoom in on his face randomly sometimes when you're editing, like out of nowhere, like you're just talking and then just zoom in on the background.
React cam,
Yeah.
and it's just zooming on his face.
The Shooty cam. The cutie
Yeah.
cam. You should call it the cutie cam. Cutie, what do you think?
This is what I mean. Other people are like, I hate this, it's so awful. And I live off it. I think this is amazing. It's like, oh, it was so awful. They released a Barbie doll, and he was, what was some of his, I can't even remember what his comments were. I am the Barbie doctor. And I'm like, oh, the more
yeah.
cringe it is, the more entertainment I get out of it.
I love it. But yeah, Sydney Sweeney haters can live their life for a little bit, and then eventually, along with everything that's been DEI, fade into the background.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's got to be quite awful for them because they've lived the last few years, like Lizzo, her entire career has been based off a lie. I mean, she is talent. If you've seen her play the flute, she's genuinely a good flute player. But,
She played the flute.
yeah, I think she played some there's like a really old American one that's famous, and
That's cool.
they allowed her to take it, and people were like, "What are you doing? This shouldn't be touched by people. It's an artifact." But she could play it really well. The issue is, and we saw this on the X Factor and stuff with, I keep thinking of Jimmy Carr and whatever, whoever that lead boss is of that, and he would go, "Look, you could be a pop star. You got the talent. You're too fat," and he'd just tell him, like, to be a pop star, you've got to be attractive. And we went left that, and then people started praising Lizzo.
Is this
So
who you're
I can
thinking of?
understand. No,
same
it's the guy.
thing with
It's the guy who
ballerinas,
owns it. It's
Okay.
it's a bloke, and he's one of the judges, and he's one of the judges over on American's Got Talent as well, who's always there. I just can't remember his name. But Like, she's been lied to. She's had a career based off this lie, and if
Mhm.
she consents it going. Like, what happens if everyone isn't suddenly giving her money that she doesn't deserve? Because there's no way she's doing it off her own fame. People don't actually care about her. She's just used as a virtue signal.
Yeah. But yeah, it is funny that she can. Not funny, but it was random that she play the flute so well. I saw it. It was a weird song choice in the actual performance. Was,
random. She probably learned it. A lot of schools require you to do band or strings in grade 6 or something, right?
yeah, it was. I think for me it was like 4th grade, and I actually tried flute, but I didn't like it. And then my mom didn't want to pay for me to do the drums. So thanks, mom.
Flute
I could
is
have been
the
in a
best
band.
because it's the smallest instrument to carry.
That's why I picked
obviously.
it, I think, and I hated it, so I didn't. I was like, I
I
don't want
love
to do
the
this.
flute. I played
What
the
kind
flute.
of lunatic does it take to choose the French horn? Like, who looks at that
Oh my
and they're
God.
like, I'm
Or
going to be
like
holding this for
I'm
20
sorry.
hours?
Trumpet players, no offense to you, that spit valve thing that you have to empty is
yeah.
disgusting.
That's all brass stuff. That happens.
Ugh.
It's
And
not
then
just
you have to
trumpet.
do-
Trombone and everything are like that.
I can't do this where you do the consistently that you have to for like the trumpet. So I like it just like a little like how flute players it's just like that's it. I'll have
Lizzo
to
can
work
probably
hard.
do all of them. I
I
think
bet.
she's experienced.
Wait, what?
I believe that she's experienced. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who is?
Lizzo.
Lizzo.
Oh,
She's like, who are we talking about?
Well, she could do things with a banana you couldn't believe.
And Disbrew knows
I don't want to
this.
know.
I'm just going off the allegations. I like, you know.
Hmm. Well, on that note, I'm falling behind again, so let's catch back up. Jason
course.
Webster, thank you for the Australian
On
5.
that
Hi-
note, Jason Webster.
Hi,
Yeah.
Jason.
Hi. Hi to the delightfully amiable X-ray girl, perfectly perceptive Wicked Virtue, and the undisputed bantamweight rapier weight
Bantamweight,
champ.
yeah.
Bantamweight.
Yeah,
Okay, I got
I
that.
think
That's-
bantamweight below lightweight.
I have
don't
no
know.
idea. I don't
Yeah,
watch
I think it's,
Google it.
I think it's the lowest weight of boxing,
Rapier weight champion of the world, Disparu. Sorry, I felt like I had
which
to
is
make a
better than
wrestling
being like a
announcement with
super
that.
heavyweight.
Ooh, which I don't know the names of the weights, but yeah. Disbrew is like deceivingly
Ian.
tall. Just so y'all know.
You're not supposed
He
to
is
release
very
it over
tall.
yourself, Ian.
I play the trumpet Spitballs girls unless you add it. Wait, what?
It's Ian.
Why
It's not
would
supposed
you
to make
put
sense.
paprika in your
Because his
trumpet?
it's because his blood alcohol level is so high, his spit still has some use. It can go round again. He doesn't want to waste it.
Oh, it's
no.
called recycling at that rate.
Look, some animals do it.
John C, thank you for the £4.99. Respect to Wicked for going to the effort to stream N64. Me and my bro loved Rare.
Wait,
but we
you
never...
tried to?
No,
Did it work?
I have. Yeah, I'm on part 2. I have right here's a controller. I have a Jungle Green 64.
That's so
Um,
cool. I
yeah.
love that.
And I'm on part 3 of Donkey Kong. And I got a few more games too that I'm going to be streaming.
That's amazing.
It's
Most
fun.
people
I think
would
Jung-
just
I think Jungle Green 64 is what gets thrown onto the WNBA.
I've been told. But we never purchased DK64. It always had a mixed reputation. It's one of my favorite games. And playing it now, I'm just like so happy. I feel like I'm a kid again, and I'm just cheesing throughout the whole streams. I love it so much.
I'm surprised you do that because like you can just get an emulator and it'd be significantly easier.
Well, yeah, a little bit, but with the 64 games, because of all like the buttons and stuff, it's kind of weird on emulators because they have like the Z button and like all these extra. So yeah.
So what you're saying is you've been radicalized by Dan Vask.
I have
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
have to play it on the original equipment.
Oh my god! Do you have a CRT monitor too? That
No,
you play on?
I have a retro Tink, which I have to plug that into the video.
That sounds like a World War II army vehicle.
retro
A
Tink.
retro
Yeah, I have
Tink.
I have a huge Tink right here. That's how.
What is a
Yeah.
tink?
I'm
Like
just
I don't know what a
driving
tink is.
around Las Vegas.
Oh my goodness!
No, there is a guy in the UK that drives his tank around places. You can pay him to have a ride on it.
Ooh, I would love to get a tank Uber.
The best thing is when they're
I
like,
need
well,
it for London.
is it road legal
Yeah.
to drive a tank on the road? Turns out it is. You just need like a number plate and insurance.
You
I'd
know
be like,
what?
yeah, sure.
People drive farm equipment on the road. Okay, if you can drive farm
Well-
equipment, you can drive tank.
I'm not sure those two are equivalent. I mean, one is needed in order to get across your fields. The other one is like a homegrown
Needed
invasion.
to get across a war zone. I don't know. London seems like a war zone these days.
I mean, it is, but that's why you avoid it. That was why I liked it in Clarkson's Farm, where you've got the guy, his farmhand, he's only been with like a 24-mile radius of Clarkson's Farm. I was like, you need to go into London. He was like, why?
I would not. If I had a choice, like I would not go into London, but
No. London for many years has not been counted as part of England. No one outside London thinks about it. It's only the people in London that like London and care about London.
but most people aren't even in London, though. To be fair, they like live in the outskirts of London.
I mean, there's always been a north-south divide in England. Like the South have seen the North as like working class, uncouth peasants, and the North has seen the South as like soft pansies.
Usually it's an east-west thing. I'm surprised.
Our country isn't wide enough to have an east-west thing.
Oh my gosh.
Then you have like the middle of the country, which no one wants to own. So London is like anything north of Watford Gap, which is basically London, is just the north. So anything above them. And then I don't know where the North draw the line.
You're the expert. You can make anything up. We'll believe you.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and Newcastle. Anything south of Newcastle is counted as the Midlands.
Ian says all of England sees Scotland as north of the wall.
It's true.
Oh.
It is, though, to be fair. In Game of Thrones, Scotland is above the wall. It was meant to be. That was what it was based off.
Is it really?
Yeah,
I
the English built a wall to keep the Scottish out, and that is the wall in Game of Thrones.
What do we call it? The Great Wall of Scotland?
Hadrian's Wall.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, Hadrian, he seems like an egotistical twat, really. He was just like, oh, I built all this. Like, some other people probably helped. It's not even very tall. I think you can step over it or something. I don't think it's very tall at all.
It's not even a wall. It's like a...
I actually don't know how tall it is, but I'm pretty sure you can easily climb
It's like
over
a fence. I'm gonna call it the Fence of Scotland. The Great Fence.
Okay, so I have found a picture of Hadrian's Wall. And you'll see what I mean.
Please hold. There it is.
Look at
Your
that!
call is important to us.
You can just walk across it.
It is a fence. Oh my god.
This
It
is
looks
all
like...
that's needed to keep the Scottish out. They see that like, nah, I'm too lazy. I'm going
You know
back
what's
to drink.
funny? Clarkson's farm, their little fence, the stone fence that they build, the sheep can get over it, but the Scots can't.
No, I think they walk it. It's like, oh, the English are on the other side of that. I'm going back. It's like, don't want to go near them, but I'll just stay down pub. In fact, the wall is so crap, this farmer put an actual fence behind it.
Ian.
It's mocking his
course he did,
territory, keep the
Ian.
English out.
I don't think that Scots really cared that much. They're like, I don't want to go there anyways.
Well, the best thing is, if a Scotsman pees all over the wall, all he needs is like a lighter, and he can set it all on fire.
Oh my gosh. Where was I? Oh, okay. Justin Martins for 5. The dodo bird will always live on while X-ray girls around.
Thanks, Justin.
He'd probably eat it, though, to be fair.
Maybe that's what
Oh,
they mean.
Well, if I'm hungry, you know.
Is there any animal that if they were like, will you eat this, you'd stop?
I don't eat what is it called? The like chick eggs anymore? Where it's
Anymore. Well, that doesn't count because you've already eaten them.
I was a kid at the time. Does that
So?
count when your parents like feed you that?
But you ate them. So
Chick eggs. What do you mean? Like chick
I was
eggs?
like, is there
regular
anything you'll
eggs?
draw the line at and be like, no.
Oh, I
No.
definitely won't eat a gecko. Chat, what is it called? Balut. Thank you, Sean. Balut.
Yeah, Top Gear have done it when they've gone to a foreign country and there's like an egg which it's like half fertilized.
It's half fertilized, so you have like a semi-formed chick inside.
Yeah.
Oh, I've
And
never.
I'm not gonna lie, it was really good. I loved it when I was a kid. You put a
See?
little salt and pepper.
So
And
she's not going to draw the line at that. We've already.
no, I haven't had it in like over like 2
That's
decades.
because it's
now.
not available in like where you are.
No, it's totally available where I am. Trust me.
That's even weirder. What are the Canadians doing nowadays?
I don't know. Selling at least they don't sell dogs.
Yet.
Not in like Vietnam or Korea.
I saw a
I had to look it up 'cause I've
video.
never heard of these eggs before.
I saw a
Yeah,
video.
BALUT.
Oh,
I
okay,
saw a
got
video.
it.
Asian guy was replying, and the question to the video was, "Oh yeah, it was like a cow and a dog just running around and playing with each other." And the question was, "How can you eat something that's so cute?" And he went, "Look, it was just around. It was a source of protein at the." Oh, I've just realized you mean the cow. It was like,
Huh. Ian, thank you for the 50 pounds. Sorry, I didn't remember where I was, and I saw that the duck egg, and the pictures are a little bit disturbing.
They are kind of disturbing.
No,
like,
right, Chad, I'm not going to bring it up.
it's like
Just
how
Google it.
I just can't do it now. But you know, at the
When
time
you were a kid, you didn't. You're just
Well,
like,
you
whatever,
didn't
you didn't really
know,
know. Yeah,
and you didn't make judgments on that, and it's like a cultural thing. I'm not gonna hate
Yeah.
on it.
just not
It's
your
not
thing
as bad
anymore.
as shark fin soup, in my opinion. I think that's even worse.
I've never heard of that.
They literally they hunt sharks, they cut the fins off and throw the shark back in the water.
Aw, it's kind of
It's a delicacy in China, and so it's like it seems like a complete waste. I am
That's what I
okay with like
mean.
eating
it's what the
everything.
French do with frogs. Cut the legs off, throw them back.
Nuh-uh.
Actually,
Really?
oh dang,
Wow. Jeez.
I had no idea.
Ian, thank you for the 50 pounds. This brew just mixed up how do I even say it? Topiary?
Topiary
right?
for potpourri.
For potpourri, Edward Scissorhands for Freddy Krueger, and manscaping for banana fairyism.
Firstly, I don't even know what banana fairyism is, but I did not mix up manscaping with banana fairyism.
Is that Shidigatwa? Is he called a banana fairy?
Yes.
I mean, he should be. That sounds like an amazing name. I bet he wouldn't even deny that. He'd be like, "That sounds awesome." It was like before when you were like, "Well, so some women would want in, and they'd want like, what did you say? What were the stuff you put on there? The sparkly whatever. The jazzle stuff.
Oh, vajazzling.
Yeah, but you were like, you put on, I forgot the name of it. Not sequins. The sparkle stuff.
Bejeweled? Bedazzled?
No!
Glitter?
Glitter! That's the one.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
He
sorry.
would be like, "Oh yeah, I'd put glitter on it." He would decorate, he'd put googly eyes on it and stuff.
Okay, I will say the most common place that I saw people do vajazzling was during Caravana, which is like a Caribbean festival. And so there's a lot of people who wear like these.
So it's just a foreign cultural thing that's been imported over.
I don't think it's a foreign cultural thing, but the people who end up doing it the most were of the Caribbean background.
Yeah. That's literally a foreign cultural thing that's been imported over.
No, if that was from them though. I actually don't know the origins of where it came from. But I do like jewels. I like sparkly things. I feel like such a magpie.
Yeah, but there's a difference between going, "I like
girly
diamonds," and then going, "I'm gonna shove diamonds there." Specifically.
I want to put diamonds everywhere if I could. Sparkle everywhere. Okay, maybe
Like
I don't.
Every
who
hole's
was
a goal.
Was it
Ca-
Doja
ca-
Cat that did that?
Don't put it in your holes. Don't put sparkles
You're the
in
one
your
that said
holes.
everywhere. It just seemed like a
Not
natural.
in the holes. Okay.
Was it Doja Cat
I mean,
that
it
did
depends
that,
as well. You're like, this one costs
whole,
$5 billion.
sparkly like outfit to the Met Gala or something, right? She had like the red bejeweled, just like everything. I think it was Doja
I
Cat.
barely even know who Doja Cat is.
Let me see if I can
I
find
don't know.
it.
She sounds like a video game villain. She's like a very. She's like
Game
one of the
villain.
first.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah, she sounds like one of the first bosses you defeat in a bad video game. They just wanted to play on Dodge Cat or something.
A Mortal
Doja Cat.
Kombat villain. Oh my god, that would be
She
actually
looks
awesome.
like a Mortal Kombat villain here in what I was talking about. I
Yeah,
think this was
it's
like
like-
Met Gala or something. But yeah, she did her whole like skin.
Oh.
Oh, that's weird. It looks like
I mean, that has Dolly Parton
looks
written
like
all
an
over it. Dolly
alien.
Parton said it takes a lot of money to look this cheap, and that is that.
yeah. I didn't know she was bald.
No, she had a bald cap on. This is
Oh,
her.
okay.
Yeah,
I mean, that you don't know that other one isn't a wig.
it's
It,
true.
it
I don't
seems to
know.
be very
yeah.
common.
No, I think
that
she
a
had a
lot of-
bald cap on because like they showed her like taking it off at some point, and she ripped like the bald cap off, and yeah.
Not into that. Can you imagine
No.
how much you have to shower like after wearing that? I used to be a competitive kid, and we would wear like lip gloss, and then we would put sparkles on our lips, and that would make your lips like and be able to emote on stage
Mhm.
a lot more effectively. But cleaning that off afterwards was not fun whatsoever.
There was a woman in Farscape who was like a bright blue person, and she was meant to be like a
Avatar.
monk who was also like very kind of sexual at the time, and so she wore very scantily clad clothing, which meant they had more of her body to cover in this blue stuff, and she had to quit the show because it was destroying her liver.
Oh wait, I remember you telling this story.
Yeah.
Yes.
So she said she'd never go back because it wasn't worth the health implications, and over time they made her wear more and more clothes so they could put less makeup on her, and it still wasn't enough. And then they
that was
brought someone
killing
else in.
her.
Yeah, they brought someone else in. It was an orange person, but I think they learned the lesson. They were like, no, we can't keep doing this to people.
You have to use non-toxic makeup, so I wonder what it was specifically that was causing her health issues. And I mean,
think the
Rebecca
idea of
Romaine,
non-toxic makeup is kind of a lie.
Well,
And it's just that you put less in. Everyone has like a tolerance or something, and I think she just showed you what it was doing to you because she used such great quantities.
and so often too, right?
Yes, yeah. Because she would have been in that stuff for like 14 hours a day or something all the time.
Oh my
making
god, the
22
poor
episodes.
thing.
back in like the 1800s, like in over where you are, Disparu, like I think it was Queen Victoria got poisoned because there was like lead and
The
all this
white
stuff in
powder
her.
had
Yeah,
lead in it.
and even like her lipstick, there was something. It was just deathly bad for you. The makeups that they used, like oof.
There was also musical instruments where they would play glass by running their fingers around it, and it would be coated in lead.
Oh,
Because
shoot.
it made a better note. And these people all went insane. Everyone in there went insane, and they thought it was the music they were playing were driving people insane. And they didn't realize it was because they would lick their fingers and then touch the lead and then lick their fingers
Oh,
again as they were
shoot.
playing it repeatedly.
That's
Yeah,
actually
this-
really bad.
Well, this has happened to loads. Like, what is it? There's an insulation material that was used in housing and everything. And you go back and look at the ads from them, and it was used in floor carpeting and everything.
Oh my
They're
god,
like,
like
"Oh, no,
kids
it's amazing."
paint, like the toys had lead paint on it. So
Asbestos. Asbestos was in everything. It was deemed to be like the new wonder thing. It was put in buildings. There's adverts where they were using it as kitchen tiles, heat resistant. And they're like, oh, you can just get down on your hands and knees and scrub it. And everyone's like, oh my god, what are you doing?
oh, so cool.
Oh
Hindsight 2020 and all that.
Yeah, I mean, Coke used to have opium in it.
yeah, used to have. Did they used to have Coke in it too?
Like
at some
real
point? like
Coke.
actual Coke. That's why it was called Coke. I don't know.
Oh
heard
yeah,
that
sorry,
story.
that's what it was. Yeah, they'd had that. Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, it wasn't not
Well,
opium, but there was probably something
Well,
that had
I mean, it's all
opium
the
in it.
same
Something
stuff. It's all
addictive in it.
illegal substances.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was treated as like a medicine.
I remember what coffee company used to put a type of addictive substance in it.
Tobacco. Was it Tim Hortons?
I think it was Tim Hortons.
I think it was Tim Hortons, and yeah, I
I
remember
forgot
hearing
what
that.
the addictive substance was, but them damn Canadians.
In their tobacco.
I'm gonna blame the hockey player Tim Horton for that.
This is where we find out why they like maple syrup. Turns out that actually it's just like
From the
This is
coffee.
as addictive as crack. You're like,
I
well,
mean,
that's-
sugar is technically addictive.
It is. There's people that go through withdrawals. Like if you heavily like eat sugar a lot and then you stop, it won't take too long. You know what I mean? It's not like it's, tobacco. Like when people smoke cigarettes for years and then they quit, it takes some time to get it out of their system, like the nicotine. But sugar, yeah, people do go through sugar withdrawals, but it's probably not even a week. I feel like even if you eat like a ton of sugar every day and then you don't eat it for a couple days, it's probably like you're good
Yeah.
after that.
Well, I think that the bacteria in your gut which eat sugar, they go into hibernation after a couple of days, which is why your cravings kick off, then come down, and then they kick back in a bit later because I think they can go into hibernation for a week or 2 weeks, and after that they've all died off, and then you don't have the cravings
Yeah,
anymore.
but then your fat cells are actually a problem because your fat cells, after they become smaller, they secrete a hormone, which hormone I don't remember. So, but that will cause you to want to eat more. And fat cells take a very, very long time to die, weeks or months, I believe. But it takes not a lot of time for your fat cells to proliferate, which is divide. So it's easy to get fat, not as easy to lose weight.
It's super
Unfortunately.
easy
Well, you
to
will
get
lose
fat.
the weight because the weight. There's a difference between losing fat cells forever and fat cells like decreasing in size or whatever. Because the weight is just a mathematics equation. Calories in, calories out.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Because the people that deny it is just, oh, so your body breaks the rules of physics, is it? It's like, we have no matter can be created or destroyed. Conservation of energy, and like, no, accept me. I can be powered of infinite energy. So we need to put you on a treadmill, mate. That's what we need.
Every time we like go off and I'm like catching up with super chats, it's always Jason Webster is the first one that I gotta catch up with.
It's like you're doing it deliberately.
It's like
Speaking
No,
Yeah,
of-
Jason's in his
now.
morning right now. That's probably why. He's just so energetic.
Yes. Thank you for another 5, Jason. I am Tom Selleck's level Harry, and I forget to shave back before I went. The woman who did the waxing said I was the only man who hadn't cried. Well, that's some tough
I think
stuff
she's
right
doing
there.
it wrong. Is she waxing the right areas? Or
Okay,
is it that you got a happy ending and she's like, oh.
Oh
Oh
my
my god. As a waxer of men, I will say that most guys can handle it. It's the younger ones that end up crying the most.
I remember this was like in high
Don't know why.
school. My cousin and his friends would have me and some of my
I saw you
friends
as a
sometimes
mummy
like
figure.
wax their or not wax, sorry, pluck their like unibrows. And one of my friends, every time I would pluck one, he had to stop and like rub. I'm like, oh come on, you big baby. I'm just trying to get the hair. He's like,
Mhm.
and he was like, it was high school, so I'm like, you guys are soft. We do this every day. Like,
Yeah. I also think that when you're skinnier, you feel more pain versus when you're a bigger person. So
when
I
you
don't
got
know
more
if that
cushion, it doesn't hurt as much. Just takes the blow back of the pain. I
Mhm.
mean, that makes sense actually.
For those who've had tattoos, y'all know. I remember
Yeah,
I
the
got
bo-
a rib tattoo when I was like skinnier. It hurt a lot, and then when I was a fatter person, it didn't hurt as much.
No,
Oh, are you
I've
poking
heard
me?
that with
No, no.
tattoos, yeah, I've heard with tattoos, like muscle doesn't hurt, but bone does.
Bone, yeah. And so when you have
Yeah.
a little fatty layer over the bone, it helps a little bit with the pain.
I mean, it also
Yeah.
depends where you are. So things where people think of their hands as being really sensitive because they got loads of nerve endings. But it's places on your body where you don't really use that are most sensitive. So like inside of your elbow, behind your knees and that kind of thing. That is really sensitive to actually do anything to it. A lot of nerve endings.
I take tattoos very well. I would say like the one on my side, yeah, like once it got like near the rib area, it hurt more, but I don't react. I don't know what's wrong with me, but even like anyone
It's
that's
just a
tattooed me, they're like,
perception.
you're like a gangster. Like
That's
grown men
cool.
are in here screaming and you're just laying here on your phone watching videos. And I was like, I'm
Oh
fine.
my god.
Because I feel
Wicked.
like when you panic, it's gonna make it take longer. I had a friend, if you remember, I know actually you'll probably remember this, like back when the stars were all the rage and girls were just getting the star tattoos. I never
Oh
got
god,
that.
thank God
My
I didn't
friend,
get those.
me too. My friend got them all up her side, and she was laying there hyperventilating, and me and her other friend that were there were like, "Shut up!"
Hyperventilating.
Basically, she's like, "It hurts so much." I'm like, "Shut up! Don't get the tattoo." That we were not being nice. You're like, just chill out. Like you wanted this. Like we were being very stern with her, and like the tattoo artist's like, "Someone's gonna like call the cops, honey. Please calm down." I'm like, "Yeah, calm down." We're like yelling at her like drill sergeants while the tattoo artist is
Stupid
like,
bit.
Yeah, the thing is, the pain is literally in your head, so
Yeah.
you just gotta move through it. I remember
She
when
probably didn't have a headache, to be fair.
the last tattoo I got on my ribs, I was watching Game of Thrones.
The last tattoo. How many tattoos have
on
you
the
had
ribs,
on your
on the
ribs?
ribs, on the ribs.
Oh.
I had a few sessions, so it was the episode of Game of Thrones where Theon Greyjoy was getting his pee cut off,
"Oh,
Oh
and I
yeah.
was just thinking, I'm not in that much pain. This is
yeah,
great.
this is easy."
My
easy
favorite bit
breezy."
about that is when he comes around and the guy's eating his food and he gets the sausage and just goes,
Oh yeah.
Yep,
it's
and
so
you're like,
awesome.
"Ooh." He was
Ugh.
literally okay. Him and Joffrey were the most evil characters. What was the guy's name again? The
Oh,
one
I
that
don't
cut it
know.
off.
Oh.
If you like him and
I
you
don't
like him as an
remember.
actor though, watch Misfits. It's a British comedy series. It's absolutely awesome. It's about a load of people on probation, which is
Ramsey. Thanks,
they're like
Sean.
community service, so they've done a crime, but it's not enough to go to jail, but they need to be punished. So it's just a load of like stupid layabouts. And
Mhm.
this storm comes over, gives them all superpowers, and their superpowers like related to their personality. And his is
Misfits.
the moment he touches a woman or like somebody touches him, he tells them exactly what he would like to do to them physically, and he's got all these really weird desires, and so it just humiliates him every time. But his journey throughout the series is awesome. The entire series is incredible.
Okay. Well, I've searched it, so I'm going to try to add that to my list of shows. And that seems like a funny premise, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a great parody comedy of like superhero stuff.
So, don't worry, I'm not skipping super chats. This just really made me laugh. So make sure you drop the Ian emotes. Ian,
Make sure you drop Ian.
Ian emotes. I have Ian emotes. It's Michael Scott with the hat. Yeah, it was on Kick, and I finally put it up over here. It's because it's like a gentleman.
Oh, is that the guitar head one?
It's well, he's got a top hat on.
Oh, sorry, it looks like a guitar because it's so small on my screen.
She's like makes sense, guitar, Ian. Okay. Ian for 115 pounds and 37 cents. I'm
It's
getting a
because
I wondered why you were
dropped
pausing.
something,
I'm
by the
like,
way.
do you not know what 37 is?
37 things on the end. I'm getting a tattoo that says Raider across my chest. This is gonna be like in gangster writing, so you could just be like,
Ian,
At least it wasn't across your ass.
Hey, Garrett and
Don't
I
give him
talked about
ideas.
Garrett and I talked about getting a tattoo in Egypt. So if you're going to get a tattoo, like, can we be present for this Raider tattoo?
I don't think he's actually being serious. I tell you, I don't want to
I
hear
don't
it to
know,
be
man.
now guilt trips into actually getting a tattoo.
Yeah, we need you to get a Raider tattoo, and then and Raider will get an Ian tattoo. It's required.
and also the reason he made it
He has
37
way less letters
cents
to get.
was because Raider, thank you, Raider. You did 115.36 earlier. I
Raider-
didn't get to it yet. Thank you.
Rachel will be like, no, you need to tattoo my full name. Thank you very much. It's like 0739.
I feel like we're like in the Twitch thought realm right now. When when they like reach a certain like donation goal, they're like, if you donate this much, I'll write your name on my body.
Yeah, but that's normally them offering it. This is somebody else saying he's going to do it.
Yeah, they got their own emotes, guys.
I'll spin the wheel
Thank you.
and then have to walk backwards in front of the arse mirror. It's like,
I'll do 10 squats.
yes.
Thank you, Raider, for the 115.38. And he approves, it looks like. He actually put in a message. Besides
Oh,
just
hell yeah.
emojis.
Okay, Raider, I'm gonna make sure Ian gets that tattoo when I meet him because it's going to happen. Ian's gonna be my new best friend.
Yeah. Can't wait to see it.
Well,
Pixar
the
didn't
thing
have
is,
an
like,
Ian.
I doubt Ian could be guilt tripped that easily, but then
Probably
he's
not.
also Scottish, which
I'll
means
just make
he
him
will
drink
be
a lot.
drinking. That's the point.
I could see him getting like a very long lasting press on tattoo just to fool us.
Yeah,
Got
he's like, oh,
it.
sorry, I got this done before. It's
You know
like one of
what?
them temporary ones.
I'll bedazzle Raider on his chest.
Just give him a bedazzle tattoo.
Yeah.
TJ's been a member for 2 months. Look up Bayer heroin as a Bayer aspirin. They used to sell it in bottles. Oh my goodness. This was probably in the 80s, right? I'm just gonna
I'm
take a wild
surprised.
guess. It was the 80s. We're like,
Or
80s.
Canada.
Yeah, we're
That
crazy.
makes so much sense.
Okay. Let's see. Oops, I went way. AP, thank you for the 5. Why did the hipster burn his mouth on pizza? Because he ate it before it was cool.
He was a proto
was a good
hipster.
I like that. Thank you, AP.
I have to say Michael Doberman now because that's what it says. For Canadian 2, how does Redline have a bad rating? Top 10 anime. I've never seen that one.
Never
No.
seen that one. I need to watch. I heard Kaiju number 8 is back. I have to watch the
Yep.
new episodes. That was one of my favorite animes of last year. So
With the new Howard Stern. Is that a compliment? Maybe. I'll take it as a compliment.
should I wear a
What-
wig though? I need a curly wig
Oh, yeah. For sure.
to be Howard Stern. I mean,
Well, he also had a Sibian, so I'm not sure I
What's
would
a
imitate him
Sibian?
too much.
is that a guitar?
Do I really
Which
have
one's
to
it?
explain this?
You know what? I'm gonna Google it. I'll Google it. I'll do my due diligence and Google it.
Imagine like something with the power of a lawnmower that also shakes from side to side.
What? I missed that one. Sorry.
It has multiple powers, you see.
It's not a guitar. It's not a guitar. It's not
No.
a guitar.
I'm not looking it up.
The entire point was how long can you sit on it? That was part of the show. and that they would like how strong can it get? And this thing is like a really industrial, high power. This is not your your little handheld.
Let
This is
me
a
just
machine.
explain without using the bad words. Wait, no, that's not the one.
This is like sitting on a jackhammer.
It's a type of device consisting of a hollow saddle-like seat containing 2 electric motors, motor speed controller boards, gearing, pulleys, and a platform on cranked axles such that a ridge on the top of the unit can be made to vibrate through a range of speeds as
It
set
has attachments.
using a wired external hand controller. An upward pointing shaft set on an angle through the ridge can be made to rotate at speeds up to several hundred revolutions per minute. Again, by use of wired remote control.
Yeah, this is high power machinery. You ain't throwing one of these on the WNBA.
I think someone should. Someone throw a Sibian on the next WNBA.
I think they're really heavy. They look heavy.
Wow. I had no idea this thing existed.
I'm gonna
Someone's
forget
getting
after
an
the
Amazon
stream.
delivery soon.
Oh no.
See,
Oh
she's
my
gone off
God.
to order it. It's gonna be like War of the
Bad
Worlds.
timing.
I feel my face has gotten very sweaty from like
Well,
talking.
a moment.
Yeah, the same thing happened to them. My favorite part of War of the Worlds is where he put in the order for a USB stick and it said 1999, and then he went, "Hang on, are you sure you can do it? Can you fire a thing plus alien spaceships?" He went, "Don't trust me, I'm a professional." And then he placed the order for 1999. This guy wasn't willing to risk $20 to save the world.
He was just trying to show that you have options on Amazon. Shop Amazon.
It's like, yeah, I could spend this $20 on something else to protect Earth.
I just like that he had to put an order in order for him to access the drone. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that was silly, but it was again another Amazon placement
a little
in there.
drop in there.
Yeah.
Even if it's the end of the world.
You
We
can
had a
send us your order. We'll get it right to you.
Next day delivery.
We had a close-up of his face putting a USB stick into a port.
Carlos Lima, thank you for the 5. Hello to the best trio on YouTube. And yes, you 3 have great genes. Thank you.
The English.
Excuse me.
Dan,
that's not the way to prove it, X-Ray Girl.
Thank you for the 10.
The
I think this one's for X-Ray Girl. Lizard, 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 lizard.
F you! And the lizards out there and geckos. Reptiles.
She really doesn't like Jurassic Park.
No, I don't.
Oh, Staccato. This was to the picture of the big lady flipping off Sydney Sweeney's picture. Thank you for the 10. Hello, is this Uber XL? I'm in front of the Sydney Sweeney sign.
She has to rent a forklift. She's the reason why tractors can go on the road.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And Raider gifted 10 memberships. We haven't played anything yet today. Hold on. What do we got here?
Oh my
Yes, queen.
Yes.
Ed Song for 10. Slightly off topic. Well,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
in the right stream for that. I love British humor. I learned the term coffin dodger from a British god
Gold
digger.
digger.
Oh, gold
Probably.
digger that got played. For some reason, it got me for a minute solid. What does that mean?
It just means you're really old and about to die.
Oh, coffin
Yeah,
dodger.
you'd call a pensioner a coffin dodger.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
actually
One of these
damn.
coffin
funny.
dodgers going around the country.
That's actually really
Damn,
funny. I like
okay.
that. Andrew Matthews for £2. Bad Dragon should sponsor NBA. NBA.
You may know what.
Why
Yeah,
are they putting MBA, by the way? What does that mean?
National Basketball Association.
But why is it MBA? Or is that a
It's supposed to be. Is it supposed to be
Typo.
N? I think it was a typo.
It's NBA, yeah, WNBA.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. He was
Because
just
the men's is the
typoing.
NBA. It's like chocolate, right? So when everyone says chocolate, you just think of brown chocolate. No one says brown chocolate because that's the default chocolate. This is how you know that
Oh,
the
I meant the
WNBA is just like
N-
a parasitic.
Some people have been putting MBA instead of NBA.
Well, they're right next to each other on the keyboard. That's why.
Oh.
Oh, Andrew for 2. Bird nest soup. The nests are made from bird spit. Yuck.
Oh
Is that a
yeah,
real
the
thing?
cook. I think
Wait.
the cuckoo. Oh no, because the cuckoo steals other people's nests. There is something called cuckoo spit though. And
That sounds weird. Jesus gifted a membership. Thank you so much. And
Cheers,
Carlos
Jesus.
for another 5. Power Rangers in Fortnite is awesome. Disprove makes a great Blue Ranger. Wicked makes a great Pink Ranger. And X-Ray makes a great Yellow Ranger. She sure does.
That's the-
Thanks, bro.
Okay, so cuckoo spit apparently is a frothy white substance found on plants, especially during spring and summer, created by a froghopper nymph known as spittlebugs.
That also sounds really dirty. Are we sure? It's not
This
a dirty.
is what Google is telling. Yes, spittlebugs. I don't know why we're calling the product of like a different animal cuckoo spit, but we do.
You know,
I wouldn't
English
be
is
opposed
weird.
to someone making a meme of it. I'm just saying I really like the Power Rangers. Like,
Go, Yellow Ranger.
yes.
Anyways,
Okay, one
I
more,
wanted
and
to
then
be
we
Pink
will.
Ranger, though.
I
I
will
like
Wicked
catch
looked
up.
at you then as if, how dare you massacre my girl.
You massacred my girl.
It was like when someone sings your favorite song awfully, like, oh.
Sorry.
I am so offended. I can't do it. I gotta leave. I'm done.
Yeah, leave so that Disparu and I could just stay for another 5 hours.
We just get more drunk whenever she's like, Mom's away.
Devil's Messenger for 10. That's the Swiss francs, right? Yeah. Losing weight is harder because body fights you every step of the way. After some fat body will try burning muscles. Brain secretes chemicals making you unhappy if you eat less calories. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
true.
there's a
Brain,
big...
stomach, your fat cells. It's everything works against it. to
Yeah,
try to
because nothing
keep
wants to
people equilibrium.
die, and so everything secretes chemicals telling you to do more. There is, in modern science, though, they're coming to the conclusion that your gut bacteria actually has a massive impact on you.
And there's
Because
some
it's like
genetics too, yeah.
Well, yeah, but your gut bac can even control your behavior. Like, when you stop eating sugar, it's not you. It's not your body that makes you do that. It's the gut bacteria dying tells you to do it. And there's even, there's a treatment for depression where they give you new gut bacteria. It, like, that your gut and your brain are, like, linked.
That's why probiotics
directly.
are great. You should take some
Yeah.
probiotics if you can.
It is absolutely
for you.
wild just how much about you is linked to your diet.
Yep. It's true.
And
Yeah,
and whenever
America
you've gone to the
probably has
doctor and
one
tell
of
you
the
to eat
crappiest
better.
diets.
Yeah, I looked at the, it was the percent of processed food that Americans eat versus various different countries in Europe. And America's like double even us. And we have
Oh
a lot.
yeah. Yeah.
You can go to Europe, eat the same foods you normally eat, but it's the European brands, and you
Mhm.
will lose weight.
Yeah, 'cause
versus
there's,
Oh, yeah,
being
there's
here.
loads
three
of Europeans say they
ingredients
go over
versus
to
like the 30 that are over here.
But it is also, I mean, I don't know about the rest of Europe, but I would imagine they have similar stuff from the war that is deemed polite to finish your plate. So when I see Americans and like, can I have this in like a doggy bag to take away? That is, no one would do that over here. You would meant to finish your plate, but American portions are not designed to be finished.
No,
Which
they're
is-
not.
So I can understand why people eat too much, even though they think they're eating the same stuff. They're actually eating more of it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, and it is like a lot of the processed stuff. Like I do a lot of things from scratch, like baking stuff. I mean, there's still sugar in it, but you can put less. Like if I'm making like cookies, I don't need to put a full cup in if I want to go low, and there's no cornstarch and all that stuff that's
The
in the ones that you-
preservatives and all
the
the coloring,
preservatives,
all that
yeah.
stuff.
It makes a
Um,
huge
So
difference.
I've
Yeah,
even
because
started
it's a lot of it's
making-
inflammation.
I've
Yeah.
even started making like my tortillas and bread. I got a bread maker, which makes it a bit easier. It still takes like 5 hours, but like I wake up in the morning, I put the stuff in, and then the bread maker just does the work. And I've noticed that I just like feel better.
Yeah.
So it's
Well,
like
from
I'm
what
like
I've
I'm doing
heard-
this all the time now.
I've never had your bread as such over there, but I've heard a lot of English people describe it as cake. Like we have iced rolls, and it's supposed to be the same stuff that you make sandwiches out of, which is wild to me. There's
Really?
a lot of a lot of sugar and stuff in it over there.
Wow.
Yeah. It's
Interesting.
it is kind of crazy. Like there was one I made, I wanted like a honey wheat bread. Like some recipes call for sugar, but like even if a recipe like over here that I find that calls for sugar, I'm just gonna put honey in it. Raw honey.
Oh yeah, I mean, I remember when I went to France, the nicest bread I've ever had. Well, apart from one guy who made his own in a bread maker, was from France, just because it's all fresh and it doesn't have preservatives in it.
Oh
And
my gosh, and it
so
tastes
it will
so
go
good
off the next
too.
day, so everyone buys it every day. But yeah, so nice.
Gosh, now I want to go back to Europe. Hmm.
Well, I'd be careful about going to France. France has the same issue. Well, like Paris has the same issue as London and that kind of stuff.
I feel like the next place I want to go, if I had a choice, would be Greece or Italy.
Yeah, I want to go to both those places. Mhm.
I'm going to Hungary later this year,
Oh,
which was my plan
Really?
last year, but I'm going this year. Yeah.
I think I remember you saying that
Mhm.
before that you wanted to go
I
there.
just I can't remember why I never did. But now, the more things progress, the more I'm like, okay, I actually need to. So this year.
And I mean, you have a traveling setup, so you can work while you go to places
Oh, yeah.
too. So
Yeah, it's not that big a deal. Especially,
I believe that. Sorry.
it's even easier to do things now because things like hotel room.
internet is so good.
Well, it's not just that. Like hotel room reverb, because it's all big empty spaces with lots of square walls and stuff. With AI audio, you can remove background noise, so that you can just get rid of that nowadays. So it fixes a lot of the problems with traveling that you would have had.
Wow, I didn't know that actually. That's really cool.
Yeah, NVIDIA broadcast and everything just easily solves it.
2 slices of Wonder Bread have more sugar than a Snickers bar. I believe
Or
that.
DaVinci Resolve.
I've heard that's good. Yeah.
I remember when they were marathons.
Marathons for what? Huh?
I don't know whether America ever went through it because everyone else may have just changed their names to what you already had. But pre-internet, products would have names for their own countries. And then when the internet came, they had to universalize the brands. So lots of things changed names.
Yes.
So Snickers used to be marathons in the UK.
It's like
Like
so
Starburst used to be Opal Fruit.
in the States, Rockets in Canada are Smarties in the US.
Oh, yeah.
We have Smarties. The best one I saw was what was it? Jif changed its name to Sif, and the entire marketing campaign was that like Japanese people can't say the word. So it was like the most racist advert you've ever seen. Oh, just a load of Japanese people trying to pronounce Jif, and they just couldn't do it.
Wait, how would they pronounce it? I'm so
I
confused.
can't remember I could probably find it on YouTube. I bet it's probably up. But yeah, it was just all the thing was like we changed it because they're incapable of saying what you can.
That's kind of amazing. I love that. It's like the Lululemon for Asians. It's really hard for Asians to say Lululemon. It's Lululemon.
Woo woo, yeah. Wide Weiss.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, Flied Lice. Yeah, that's the one. Flied Lice.
The Dead Man for 199 says, I need my pain. Oh, we were talking about the tattoos and stuff. Okay, I'm like, are you
Oh.
okay? I
See,
forgot.
I never really feel the pain of tattoos for the most part. It's irritating, but it's never felt like I cannot stand this type of pain
Yeah,
on my
same.
body.
Mm-hmm.
You know you really got a lunatic when they start purring.
Wait, what?
Oh,
Who's purring?
people that like tattoos?
Oh,
I used to know someone that really got off on having tattoos.
Wow.
oh my God.
Apparently she got asked if she was okay once. She was like, no, it's fine. It's fine.
Keep going.
Clearly she liked it. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Michael Steele's been a member for 1 month. I got dental work done without freezing. I just tell them to drill away and I'll tell them if it hurts. Oh,
How are they gonna know?
Without
They've got their
freezing?
hands in your mouth and you're like, it's fine.
As
ow.
As someone who's had
It's like
some
a-
teeth removed, I cannot imagine you doing dental work without freezing. It hurt like a bish.
Oh, I had like the wisdom teeth. There's no way. I was put under for that one. And I woke up and I was like, dude, my face was so swollen. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm fat.
No, my favorite is when you
That's the first thing you care
Oh
about.
no, good thing I can't eat for like a week.
The best thing is everyone looking at you just look exactly the same, but to you, your lip is out here.
Yeah, like I can't feel anything.
It is weird how when you lose sensation in something, it feels bigger. Like that was really strange.
Well, because you're like, I don't know how to feel it. So when you feel it, you're like, it just is like it's all right there.
Have you ever seen the
like-
psychology experiments where they cover up your arm so you can't see it? Like they put it behind a wall,
Uh-huh.
and then they put a fake arm with your clothing going down, and then they start touching your real hand and your fake hand at the same time, but you can only see your fake hand being touched. Then they get a hammer and hit your fake hand, and the person feels pain.
I've never
Because
seen that.
It's a trick of the mind. Pain is all in your mind. And that's why when you get patients with like limb amputations, when
Yeah,
they feel
sometimes
pain,
they still feel the pain of
phantom
the
pain.
limb that isn't there.
So they they say use a mirror to make it look like you have another limb there so that you don't feel that pain. So it's very interesting, the psychology of pain.
I've got a video of it.
Please show. Yes.
Oh, I have an experiment that we're going to do today. I'm here. No.
Okay, so I'm going to have to, because it's some twats put music over it. So he gets a ruler and he starts stroking the hands and he does each finger independently. Then he just does that hand and the guy can feel the sensations on his fake hand after doing it on both of them. And then,
because it's all in your mind.
Yeah, then he starts doing that. This is what it feels like on your hand. This is what it feels like on the fake hand. And then he does the hammer. Don't know why he's not just hitting. He's making him scared.
Drama. It's the drama.
Hit it!
Hit it harder!
Hit it!
I love that he moves his hand too.
Oh wait, that wasn't that one.
Yeah, because he knows it's fake, but all the sensations for the last 5 minutes have told him that that's real, and then they believe it. Even in House, I remember they had a storyline where a guy was holding like a grenade or something, and it blew up, and it blew his arm off. But he always thought his hand was clenched, so he was in massive pain. And then House essentially did that experiment and made him release it by releasing the fake hand. And that's the thing, yeah, it's a fake show, obviously, but it's based on real research.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Limb mentality is it's a huge thing.
I think it's called phantom limb syndrome.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Damn, how did we
Okay.
even get here?
I know. I don't remember how the conversation got to
I
this.
really like this, by the way.
It's cute.
Sorry. Crochet. I'm an old lady. Whatever.
Like a weird flex. Yeah, I really like what I've just made.
No, I made this blanket, but I think I'm going to end up selling it because it looks a lot prettier than I anticipated it.
It's too good for me to keep, is essentially what you just said.
No, I just make more of these. I can make more. But anyways.
We have the technology.
They're my hands that I feel pain in.
Well, I think things like that are probably good for like arthritis and stuff because you're keeping your hands moving all the time.
Disparu, do you want to read this one? Because I feel like Corey he aims to make you laugh with these.
Cajun, I thought of loads of. I don't think I could say any of the jokes that I thought. Cajun Corey for 88 for $5. A man with a stutter was jailed for 12 years. Judge says he's unlikely to complete his sentence. Oh God. Oh, that took a while, but it was
I'm
worse
like,
than I
wait,
thought.
I'm waiting for it to drop. Okay, there we go.
One is not amused.
Michael Dobman for 2, Canadian 2. Joan Rivers rode the Sibian?
The
Don't
Sibian.
search it.
A lot of
won't.
people did. There were a lot of people on that thing. I hope he disinfected it.
You would have to between partners of the Sibian and whoever.
Hmm.
Oh, you
I mean,
should.
Exactly. That's the point. Yes, you should do it. That's why I said I hope he did.
All right. I will read more supers in a
They all
minute.
knew what they were in for when he went on the show.
I feel like
Wait, but people actually wrote it.
Well, I think it's a really expensive
is
machine
it?
as well.
What I want to look it up. What is it?
I read it. It's a
Look.
That's what you read.
pleasuring device that,
yeah,
that
that's
has.
what you read.
Just
See, I already put it out of my head. I'm like, what is it?
Imagine-
You just told me what it was.
It's just, why do women sit on washing machines? It's the same thing.
Do people sit on washing machines?
Yeah, it's quite a meme.
See, I've only had a
Oh.
stacked washing machine, so it seems weird to say I'm going to sit on my washing machine.
Oh,
Well,
like
yeah,
the-
and better washing machines, like more modern washing machines, have better counterweights and stuff. But there were washing machines before, and sometimes they can still go wrong, and it happens, where they will walk across the room because they are just wobbling that much.
What? Okay.
Hmm.
But people
The
would
more
sit
you
on them
know.
for self-pleasure?
Well, not people.
Okay. Well, girls.
Not people. Women aren't people.
Sorry. Just got offended when I said people.
No,
It's like,
that was
women
one of
aren't
those things
people.
where I meant not everybody, a very specific group. And then I just thought, that implies they're not people. That's even funnier. I'm not even going to correct it. Sometimes you just let it ride, which
That's
actually is what
she
happens on the
said.
Sibian.
Disparu doesn't even need to write his jokes. They just come naturally.
That's what
That's
she
what they
said.
did on the Sibian.
Darn it. I walked right into that one. I
That's
did.
all
I
they did on
did.
the same
Okay, I did. That was okay. I'm just saying.
You're streaming with 12-year-olds. You do know that. Just,
I think this.
right?
I think this Drew is 11 and a half.
Damn.
I'm not you. I don't count half things. It's like, no, I'm 4'11" and a half.
No, 5'1" and a half. Stop it. I'm almost
See?
5'2".
It's
Don't
like
take
you just
don't
took
take
2
my-
inches off me.
Don't take 2
Energy,
inches
same
off.
energy wages.
Nobody wants 2 inches.
No one does. Just 2, I
Well.
mean.
So, I'm losing my voice. Sorry. The topic of our stream, we just took us almost 2 hours to get here.
Which is typical.
Yeah, I mean it's on brand for us, so it's fine. Gina Carano.
Is that what matters about brands? Something's on brand. The BBC's brand is horrific. If that's fine.
Yeah, I mean our on brand for us is not getting
Timing.
topics, digressing, and jumping to different
Being drunk?
topics, and that too.
Getting to 2 topics is impressive for us at this
It
rate.
is. That's why, at this point, I'm like, you know what? What's the main thing we're going to talk about? And that's only going in the title, because when I try to do 2 or 3, I'm like, I'm really pushing it. We might not even get to the 1.
That's what she said.
Hey.
So, all right. This is Gina Carano's tweet. She has come to an agreement with Disney/Lucasfilms. She says, which I believe is the best outcome for all parties involved. I hope this brings some healing to the Force. And then she says, I am humbled and grateful to God for his love and grace in this outcome. I'd like to thank you all for your unrelenting support throughout my life and career. You've been the heartbeat that has kept my story alive. I hope to make you proud. I'm excited to flip the page and move on to the next chapter. My desires remain in the arts, which is where I hope you will join me. Yes, I'm smiling. From my heart to yours, Gina. And this was she quote tweeted this.
The Variety article.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
there's also a statement from Disney from the other side.
Yeah,
You
which I think you should read before we start going into our rants.
Yeah,
Okay.
because they'll both essentially be like lawyers' statements. From
Is it
each
in
side
here?
That was, I
It
believe.
should be, if I
I
remember
would be
correctly.
surprised if it wasn't.
Let me see. Okay, so this was hers. Yeah, I didn't read this yet. I don't see it. It's just talking about everything that's
I would imagine it would have been.
like a
Near the
picture of it,
top.
but it's not. I don't see it.
No, they'll never do a picture of it.
No. Let's see. It's 2024. Yeah. What? I'm kind of surprised.
I
Let me go back
probably
up.
put it. I probably put it in the Saucy chat because
Did you-
I think. Oh no, because you probably linked that article, didn't you?
Well, no,
Whereas I
you
linked
put-
Gina's statement. Oh no, it's the G&G thing. The G&G one has the statement, so I'll share that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, you actually linked something that you didn't share.
Well, no, I clicked on what she quote tweeted this link, so I just clicked on it. Thought maybe.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
And Disney's full statement is the Walt Disney Company and Lucasfilm are pleased to announce that we have reached an agreement with Gina Carano to resolve the issues in a pending lawsuit against companies. Miss Carano was always well respected by her directors, co-stars, and staff, and she worked hard to perfect her craft while treating her colleagues with kindness and respect. With this lawsuit concluded, we look forward to identifying opportunities to work together with Miss Carano in the near future.
Okay, I'm going to say I'm happy for Gina. I'm glad that she has found whatever piece that she has wanted from this lawsuit, because people who have been wrongfully terminated, I mean, like, as y'all know, that like Kara, for example, like she got
Mhm.
fired for a tweet. Technically, Gina was fired for a tweet as well.
Mhm.
So it sucks when your life is turned over, and kind of finding that peace within that for something that isn't inherently wrong, but being told that you're wrong about it really sucks. So that part is really cool for her. Disney is this is such corpo language. this
Oh, yeah.
statement.
Well, it's a lawyer statement. Yeah, it's what you'd expect.
Mhm.
Because they don't want to. Whenever you do this, it has to be agreed by both lawyers. So you want to move everything on, have it neutral, so you're not actually accepting blame for anything. Your company reputation isn't being destroyed, but also that the other person is happy with it.
Mhm.
There is a fine line that has to be done on both parties. Like, neither of you can say anything about the other one. You can't disparage the other one, because otherwise they wouldn't agree.
Yes. And it's very fluffy, I guess is the word I'm trying to say. And Like it's
Yes.
the idea that the statement that really irks me is that Miss Carano was always well respected by her directors, co-stars, and staff, and she worked hard to perfect her craft. That part, sorry, perfecting the craft. That part doesn't irk me, but it's like, well, if that really was the case, Disney, why were we in this situation?
Yeah, they're not admitting what they did wrong.
Well,
Is what a lot of people were upset about that.
Gonna get, though.
Yeah, I think that's what I mean. People
publicly.
wanted like a Kathleen Kennedy apology. She would, I think she would die before that. She would never. She does
Exactly.
not give the vibe that she will admit to doing any wrong. So I don't know if this means that she may go back and do like a probably not, but I don't know because like if
She's neither said yes or no.
that's what I mean. She's neither said it's whatever. Like I wouldn't be mad about it. I would support and watch. But it's basically it's like whatever she wants to do, whatever makes her happy. If she wants to just completely be done with it, I understand this because I seen a few tweets where people were like mad that she settled, and it's like, do you like understand how like soul sucking going through court like this has to have been, and especially because it's so public, but it's so public. And it had to have been, it was stressful, and she's getting so much hate and backlash and everything. So dealing with this lawsuit was probably very just taxing. So to finally just get it done with, I understand that.
But
I don't.
It's not even that. It depends on what what was said to make this deal happen. And I really think Anna's tweet about it was really hit the nail home for it. It's like Disney would rather have settled than to disclose whatever emails, messages, phone calls, or whatever it was that was in the evidence.
Well, think about what they posted publicly. And now imagine what they said behind closed doors.
It had to have been way worse. Like the idea that she was going to do a struggle session with however many people berating her. So if that was the kind of the worst that we knew publicly, and Disbrew, maybe you with your very acute mind can remember if there was anything worse than that.
Oh yeah, they called her abhorrent. They called her basically everything, but they said her actions were abhorrent.
Yeah.
The going through the struggle session would be worse to experience yourself, but at least that would be private. Whereas a company like Disney coming out and calling you abhorrent and saying that you're absolutely an immoral person, that like all this kind of stuff, that will ruin your reputation in Hollywood.
And it already did, though, at the time.
Yeah, exactly. Well, people don't want to hire you because you've pissed off this major company. So, well, if they cause trouble for them, they won't cause trouble for me. So I think a lot of this statement is, especially from Disney, because like I say, this had to be agreed with her kind of lawyers, is essentially them going, yeah, she did nothing wrong. It's not an apology, but by going that actually she was like everybody, she never did anything to any of them, they're clearing the air, saying it's water under the bridge, and it essentially allows you back into the fold.
Yeah.
You're now a safe person to work in Hollywood again.
Yeah, she's not blacklisted anymore.
The question is,
even if she doesn't, and by saying we look forward to working with her again, it doesn't actually matter whether they do or not, whether they offer her things and she turns them down or not. It means that because they're willing to, other companies now can. And so she can get back to her career, essentially.
Maybe.
Well, I mean with other people. I don't mean with Disney. I mean that this clears the way that other people will now not see her as like a dangerous threat. Which is what happens when you get blackface.
Yeah.
But one of the a movie, if people haven't seen it, you should watch A Civil Action. It's awesome. And it's a movie that I shouldn't like, but I still think it's awesome. It's John Travolta film about suing a company over environmental disaster. And it really shows you a lot about the court system, how it works. What happens if you go from, I want to do the best thing for my client, to, I want to get an apology from people in court. And that's what the entire movie's about. They stop to be logical and work out how the law works, and instead get really emotive about it and make it personal. And then you lose. And so, even in that, there's a line that says the aim of every court case is to settle. Because if you go to court, it'll be worse. You won't get much more. You may get less, and it will be way more expensive. And so it's fine for other people that aren't involved and aren't lawyers to go, they want an apology. But what really matters is you get the best deal for yourself. And you can only assume that, especially with like Elon's lawyers, they will know what they're doing, that they're advised that this is the best you can get. And you just go from there. What you're after with this is money for the damages that it caused to your career and to fix your future career so you can just put it behind you.
Yeah. It makes sense. I mean, This could have dragged on for a very long time, and it just, yeah, wouldn't have had the outcome that everyone wants, which is like, obviously she probably got paid very well for this, but
I hope so.
she's not gonna get the people want specifically
Public apology.
public
I think is the
apology
better word.
from public apology from Kathleen Kennedy, not even just Disney. Like people wanted heard like from her mouth, and that was just never gonna happen. So this probably was the best outcome, and if she's happy, I'm happy for her, and I'm glad that she doesn't have to deal with this anymore, and she can just move forward.
What are you going to do to Kathleen Kennedy? Let's say that Disney okay, we'll get an apology from her, and they go to her and she says no. What are Disney going to do? If they fire her, all the really high up contracts have golden parachutes if you have to break the contract. She's going to retire anyway in the next few years.
Or get fired.
Well,
we don't know.
Yeah.
Just through sheer age, you're not going to want to renew her contract because she hasn't done anything successful. So she can just go no, and then you have no leverage over her. And so in both cases, what you want may not be possible because Disney may not even be capable of doing it for you. I think them going, actually, no, she was well respected by directors, co-stars, staff, and worked hard. They've essentially gone, it's not her fault.
Yeah.
Because
what
else other reason is there to fire her?
And that's true because even there was a time where her and Pedro Pascal were close and they both kind of talked very highly of each other, and that was a coworker. But John Favreau
Pedro has continued to make comments about I think Pedro
before they didn't get along until
if Pedro shook my hand, I'd count my fingers afterwards. I think he will tell everyone whatever.
Listen,
I think he's very good at schmoozing.
He's definitely a grifter. From what I could tell,
he comes off as very fake. I actually just watched a video, a deep dive on his career. It's a channel I watch that's very they just report on stuff. They don't pick sides. They just stick to the facts, and they've gone through his career and how he acts. And it's just of course, there's Pedro fans in the chat. Imagine hating this man, in the comments and stuff. And other people are like, this dude is so fake. It's not even hating him.
You can tell he's a yes man. He just wants to make everyone happy. And those type of people, it irks me so much because when you're especially middle management, you cannot make everyone happy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but the people that get promoted in a career like Hollywood are that, and then they hit executives, and then they're still that, and then they get weird things from I've got loads of Beau DeMayo tweets up, and a lot of that is
we got that. That'll be next.
Well, yeah, but I've
ready to kill.
I've got loads of his comments, and a lot of them about the executives above and stuff, and having to deal with them, and how it's all ego, and they want to make their own mark and stuff. And so if you're a yes man, you're trying to please all of these different people, probably in more ways than one, and that will inevitably harm you. I think a lot of the stuff which happens in the marketing for both Superman and Fantastic Four, because I know a lot of people have been about Pedro specifically in the marketing, but Superman had extremely similar marketing, but everyone gave it a pass because it wasn't Pedro.
David Cornsweet was newer blood.
Well, yeah, but it's the same behavior between Cornsweet, Rachel
and Brosnahan. Wait, no,
yeah, but also
Rachel Brosnahan wasn't pregnant with another man's baby.
Yeah, but it was the same behavior between them and Nicholas Hoult. I'm surprised people aren't talking about what was going on between Nicholas Hoult and him, the Superman actor. It was absolutely wild, the comments that they were making, to the point where the journalist and the people talking about it was wow, you really love him, don't you? And he's yeah, I'm always in awe when I'm around him and stuff. It's he's not joking. Nicholas Holt's going around with pictures of him carrying a handbag, and they talk about, no, he's always been silly in my fashion. It was really weird. But even as I say that it's really weird, it comes across really creepy, I still think it's the companies telling them to behave that way, and they're just doing what they're told for PR.
I agree on that part.
Yeah, I think it's all basically Handmaid's Tale, dark, romancy writers in the marketing departments who are telling the people to act how they want, and they don't realize they're the target audience.
Because Vanessa Kirby and Pedro, it all started even before the movie came out on Comic-Con stage when he wanted to hold her hand on stage.
Yeah. I think a lot of it was done because people said this is creepy, and I think Vanessa started hyping up what she was doing to him to counter the accusations. I think it was no, she's doing it back just as much. People kind of ignored that. Even on the stage thing, what he did, she clearly grabbed his hand and moved it. I'm not a fan of Pedro, but I think all of that stuff with Pedro is way overdone just because people don't like Pedro.
Yeah. Because
I
clearly,
some people don't like Pedro.
I think women, his like co-stars are just comfortable with him, and that's what it is. Like they're not. If
you
they were
think about
creeps
it,
out,
no one
would,
has said anything bad about Pedro.
That's what I mean. Like they, yeah.
Well, I think it's obvious why though. Like
There's actually so the video
Yeah.
it was Patrick CC is the video that I just watched, like kind of deep diving into him, and he said he's like one bad tweet away or one wrong interview away from just becoming. Everyone hates him because of and this is somebody like reporting on the Pedro Pascal fatigue. That's not like in our corner of the internet. That's just like, you know, reporting on what he can see. And I think he's right that all he does is have to tweet something that's going to make everyone mad or say the wrong thing in an interview. And even his fans will turn on him because he's just everywhere right now. He does like 9 movies a year. That's insane. He's just their golden
This
boy right
summer,
now.
there's like 3 movies.
Yeah. Like
he was almost in Weapons as well. It was almost 4.
Yes,
Almost
I
4.
saw a tweet about that, and Weapons is doing really well. I didn't see it yet, so I'm actually gonna go see it.
You
this
need to
week.
watch it. Oh,
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
going
you'll
this week
like
to
it.
see it.
From what I can tell, even Mike likes it more than me, and Mike gave it a D.
So
I'm the only person I've seen that doesn't like it, so I'm sure you'll love it.
Have
I'll
you
probably
watched
like it.
Barbarian?
Yes, and I liked it, but it was freaking creepy, man. Like
Okay,
it was a
you're
horror
gonna
movie.
You're gonna
Yeah.
like this one then, because I just watched Barbarian last night, and
It's
it is
messed
so.
up.
It was messed up, but it was
It
good.
was good. It was good
And
because you didn't know what was gonna happen, right? Like you couldn't guess.
It's
I love movies
kind of
like
the
that.
same vein as that. So
I love so when it comes to horror, I love a good thriller, and when you can't guess what's gonna happen, like when you think like, oh, this is what's gonna happen, and they totally hit you with a curveball. I love that, and that's what that definitely happened with Barbarian. I'm not ready for any of that. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm gonna go Monday or Tuesday to go see
I
it.
think a lot of the movie is a day in the life of a Twitter employee,
Oh,
and then it's and then like I've seen soap operas, right? I've seen Coronation Street, Emmerdale. I've seen lots of soap operas, and that's all this was. And then finally, like I'm with Mike when he said, well, he liked the start. I didn't like the first character. Because what I did like was I liked the way. Well, I'm trying to not spoil it.
sorry.
I like the way the movie is, which is it's the same day, but from multiple perspectives. That is exactly what I like. I am a sucker for that kind of storytelling, even if something's bad. But none of it links to the end. None of it links to the thing that you're talking about, which is why did these children leave their homes at this time? Which is in the trailer. That's the setup. That's not.
yeah.
Yeah.
This Maru,
so-
shush.
I expect the
kidding.
movie to be about that, and nearly all of it isn't. And
Okay,
then
so
at the end,
totally.
well, at the end, they kind of just splurge everything out at you all in one go. And I was bored. Then I was like, this has been rushed. And I would have preferred the movie to be the end bit, but stretched out over a longer time, told in the same manner. So I wanted the different
Sorry.
perspectives to essentially explain the ending. Whereas what you have is a load of completely unrelated things to the movie. And then it's just like, oh yeah, I got to page 300 out of 400, and I've suddenly realized I haven't talked about the plot, and then it just all happens. It's such a weird movie.
How I look at it is it's like, and then, but not in a bad way. It's like, okay, you get left off at this cliffhanger, and then you go to the next perspective, and then you kind of link the perspectives together to end at whatever perspective is at the end and the conclusion and whatnot. And that to me, even if it wasn't for you interesting, it is so different. And this is the idea that like, because movies have been so crap, that this is just so freaking amazing in comparison.
I would watch Fantastic Four or Superman over this any day.
Really?
Even and compared to Formula One, you're talking like Shakespeare versus what somebody's. I suddenly realized I couldn't say the word I was about to say. The back of a cigarette packet. I was like, oh no.
My favorite movie was K-pop
Oops.
Demon Hunters this year, though.
I've always said if I ever get cancelled, it'll be just for saying English words.
The pork meatballs.
Yeah, but that's not a common phrase. But writing something on the back of it is a common phrase. So yeah, I suddenly I was nowhere near saying the term, but I already knew. Like my brain went no. It's like swerved off. But yeah, it's like if all the movie was about the end thing, because I know you like and then that's actually a criticism of writing. Whereas
it's not a criticism in this sense. Like I actually quite liked it because you left it a cliffhanger, and then you're like, okay, let's fill in the gaps of what we left at that cliffhanger, and then you find out what it was.
There's another thing which is renowned for getting to the point right. One thing this movie isn't is to the point. I think I could re-edit this movie to be an hour-long TV show, which would just be better. This is a really long movie. It's way over 2 hours. It doesn't need to be.
It really shouldn't have been 2 hours.
It just dragged. Whereas for an hour-long TV episode on streaming, yeah, I don't think it'd be decent. As a movie for over 2 hours, no. Because what this movie needed was like, so what? And that's another thing. When you write something and then you go, well, so what though? Why should the audience care about what you just said? And that's what this movie fails on. Nearly all of the perspectives... I really like the second perspective. I thought that was awesome. I'd watch that all day. Even the third one, I'll be like, okay, that's really interesting.
Can you rate the second perspective in private chat? Sorry, I totally forgot. And yes, chat, I burped. I'm sorry. I'm Canadian. Whatever.
So the second one was just way better because it really showed you what something about the character.
I agree. And then the third one, even if I didn't,
I like
think
that less,
was gonna
but
be,
more than the first.
You didn't think it was gonna actually link to the story at all, and then you're like, oh crap.
Okay, no, I like that bit, but this is the thing: the entire movie, I like the bits that link to the story, but the story is about what happened to the kids and why. And most of the movie isn't about that. It's just their lives as they go through it. And that's the problem that I had. And so everything that linked back to the actual thing that I was here to watch the movie for is what I enjoyed.
Fair.
Except for the second character. I just thought he was a great character with a great story, and I really just liked watching his life.
I like
the first one could basically be removed from the movie, and it changes nothing.
I like Julia Gardner, and it wasn't even because of Ozarks, because I know she was really good in it, but I really liked her in was it the Anna Delvey movie or TV show?
I don't know.
And so it's definitely a girly TV show.
I think this was quite a girly movie. Like her entire life bit was just.
I agree.
I'm gonna go to a bar and I'm gonna meet a fella. I'm like, oh god, why am I watching this?
I do appreciate that she was also an imperfect female character.
Well, yeah, but okay. So when it comes to anything like that,
the story didn't make sense.
I don't give you points for essentially being normal. To me, that is the base thing I expect, and so. I know everything else hasn't matched that, which is why I would give them like negative points for it. But just being able to write a woman as a character, like that should be the minimum.
It really should. And I guess I will say this. Someone said that Sinners is very similar to this. I don't think so.
I don't like Sinners either, so I found both of them incredibly boring.
Sinners was so boring. I fell asleep in the first half.
I was amazed. When the moment it went international audiences don't like this, I'm like, oh, okay. I see why.
But the second half, when they get to the bar stuff, like the evening bar stuff, where it's a totally different movie, I love that part. And I guess I can understand how you feel about this movie, where it's like, it felt like two different movies.
I wanted what the trailer showed me. I have this with a lot of things. 28 Days Later, I wanted the movie the trailer showed me. This, I wanted what it showed me. Sinners, I wanted a vampire movie. Stop showing me a trailer that lies and says that you're going to be about a topic that you don't want to tell because you know people don't want what you're actually giving them. That's what happens when you lie in a trailer. And what I was saying with So What is like, so the first character, it's like, oh great, you see her life. Like, yeah, but so what? Why should I care about this person? Why should I care what she does on a day-to-day basis? Why should I care what she dreams?
There was the dreams. The dreams, like, they didn't really link with the story 100%. It's like, yeah. How are you dreaming about this?
It didn't happen. That's my point with all of it. Like, her entire arc is, I just had a normal day. Like, why should I care?
You were being blamed for whatever, and I mean that makes sense because obviously, like, why did that happen? Blah blah blah.
Like everything you do. Okay, so there's what is it? Chekhov's gun. There's a rule of movement. Chekhov's gun. He zooms in on the gun when he enters the room. Great. So now you have to do something with that gun. You drew attention to it. You made it something. You made me pay attention. So now if you don't do something with that gun, I'm going to feel like you lied to me.
What are we
and that's
talking
a bad
about?
movie.
Well, no, in
the same
general,
thing.
movies should be like that. Like, I love when the 90s, maybe even early 2000s, everything in a movie mattered,
Yes.
right? As
But
part
we
of the
watched this
story.
woman for like 45 minutes and none of it matters. That's my point. It's like you could cut everything of her character. It changes nothing about the movie. And
I did kind of like when
the-
she got attacked.
the stuff that I want to know, like motivation, what are you doing, the reason for the title. I wanted the mystery to be explained so that there are like bits throughout the movie that are then put together into something. None of this exists. I wanted a far more complex thing. There were actually far better explanations than the one we got that could have been complex enough to put throughout the entire thing. But I think what the answer that they had was so basic, they couldn't come up with something good. And so they just rushed it out as if they're kind of embarrassed about the answer in the end, which is why it just kind of happened. And then it was rushed over and then it was out. It wasn't done throughout the movie. Whereas with something more complicated, you could have done. And that's why it surprised me that people calling this a deep movie. I think it's a very shallow movie. It was, I don't know. It's like,
You know
I see
what?
better
It
lists
was-
from like Korean stuff all the time, any day of the week.
It was a more entertaining movie in the Western world than we had seen in the last little bit. And I know you say you'd rather watch Fantastic Four or
Yeah,
Superman.
but people are comparing it to like Formula One, and that was a genuinely good movie.
Well, I will say Formula One is better.
Yeah, but even if you consider them comparable, I think Formula One is like I think you could have made Formula One 20 years ago. It still would have been a genuinely good movie.
No, and that's the thing. It's like if this movie was in the 90s, would it have been considered at the level that some people are thinking of it? I don't necessarily think so. I think it's entertaining. It is definitely in the vein of the 90s horror funny movie.
It might just be that I'm not a big horror fan. It could just
Yeah.
be that, but it could just be that my criticisms are just criticisms of horror stories in general. And they're
And
just
horror
not that deep.
stories, I think, can have the worst plot holes, but still be beloved by a lot
Well,
of people.
Well, the thing is, like the last Final Destination movie, I really liked.
Oh, I didn't
So
watch it. So I don't know.
I have no problem with shallow, obviously easily explainable things, but that had like the typical Final Destination death scenes and everything you expect from a Final Destination movie in it. It's like Saw movies. You know what you're in for when you go to them, and if it doesn't have them, it's a bad Saw movie.
I love Saw movies. That and
Yeah,
Resident
so-
Evil movies.
I like
know.
Saw movies where Saw is in them, and I think the reason I like them is because of the endings. I like the twists on how they fit together, so all the different movies slot into place.
Oh my god! When the test happens to people you don't think are tested, but like are actually being tested.
Mhm.
Ugh.
Well, I ever since the first movie, the ending of the first movie, it's the ending that made me like the movie. I don't
Yeah.
really
The-
care
the
about someone cutting their own
literal
leg off, but
Saw?
the ending made the entire movie worth it.
That honestly, whoo, one of the best horror endings ever. Because you're just like the stakes. We got to know these characters so well. Some of the not imperfect moments that they had, and you're like, well, what are you going to do to live? And I think that's something that we are never really faced with in this world, which is why the Saw movies are so pivotal and so enigmatic to a lot of people, because we're not in those situations. Life and death. Are you willing to do things like saw off your own foot in order to live?
Yeah, I mean, this was a very common theme back in the day around when Saw started. Like you think of The Matrix. The Matrix was this guy is in a stable life. He doesn't really have any problems, but because he doesn't have any problems, he's not happy. And so there was a Fight Club. It's like this guy, he has a normal life, but he realizes something is missing. He's not satisfied. The core of male humanity isn't satisfied by just being in an office. They need more. And
They
there
need
was
to
a lot
hunt.
of well, there was a lot of thought process. Well, it's now one reason why people tell you to lift is because if you were in the wild, you would be lifting heavy things all the time. So just replicating nature and evolution
That's
in a
also
fake way
why men
still
like
stimulates all the same stuff.
that's also why men like video games so much, because it
Yeah,
gets
'cause
It
it's
kind of
like
simulates
competition.
that, yeah.
It's
yeah
competition and hierarchical.
yeah
And also you can simulate war in a safe way. and I think it's the same reason people like stories, is that you're essentially teaching people moral lessons from a simulated environment without them running themselves through the danger, which is why they generally handle like themes and tasks and questions.
Yeah. Yep. No, it makes sense. So here, let me get a couple supers and then we'll move on to the next topic here. Vegas
I forgot what
Matt.
the original topic was. We just started talking.
Oh, we were. Well, you know what? I'll wait for X-ray to get back. I was gonna pull up a picture. We kind of digressed from the Gina topic. It's just a little picture.
Oh,
on
okay.
that,
Well, we talk about Gina. So we talk about Gina suddenly got into weapons. Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, no, we started talking about a lot of different things. It's okay. Vegas Matt, thank you for the $1.99 super sticker. Spiderfinger for $4.99 says, you think that ish is crazy. You should look up Sibian's other products, the Venus 2000 for men. He. Say hello to your new best friend, Disparu. Don't look it up. You know,
Of course I'm looking it up.
He's like, don't tell me what to do. I look up
I've
everything.
already seen the word self-actuated.
Oh. Wicked's future
There's
ex-husband
apparently there's a product called the Handy.
Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna go to
The
you know what?
title of it on Amazon.
This is
This is
Disparu's
on
show
Amazon?
now.
The Amazon
It's
title
just
includes the
Bruno.
word
Oh god.
milking.
Is that why they said that's gonna be your new best friend? Because it's milking. Sorry.
Jesus, I didn't know this kind of crap was on Amazon.
It's Amazon.
Oh, this is
dirty.
the American Amazon. I don't know if it's on the UK one.
Probably not. American Amazon's
That is very explicit for an Amazon listing.
Wicked's future ex-husband for 2 says, just came from watching Jeremy saying the N-word. I don't believe you.
I've
don't
seen
think he
Blab
was-
say it.
She did
Wait,
not.
Blab
She
said
It was
the
on
N-word?
Side Scrollers.
No.
I've got a clip of it from Side Scrollers.
But she did
That
not.
is
She did not.
what?
She did not. She did not drop like the hard R. She used like basically how you'd say it in Spanish. She didn't know that. She's like, that's not bad
Oh,
in
the
America.
American Society of Magical.
No,
Yes. Well, it basically, yeah. And
I think it was
remember
someone's name actually.
She. Oh, yeah. You're right. You're right. I forgot about that. No, because there was one time that she said. So, and the Australians, like Lethal and Moz, were like, "You said that word." And she's like, "What? It's not bad in America." That was something else that I'm thinking of. Poor Blabs. Don't pull up the clip. Let her live. Let it go. Let it die.
Well, that's the weird thing about cultures, that one word in one place doesn't mean anything, like the
Cigarettes.
cigarettes, bundle of sticks.
Yeah, but
Okay.
yeah, no, like that, like basically, like I don't know if you could say it on YouTube. I think you can, but I don't know. In America, when you like the name for like black and Spanish, you can say that.
Oh no, you.
But
Yeah,
that's
because it's
just
just.
okay.
if it's
like
just
in
that,
America,
just-
you
it's
can
not a
say
big
that.
deal.
Yeah, but no, the
I don't know- I
Australians
don't
were like,
know why that's a-
you
I
said
don't know
that?"
why
She's
that's-
like, what?
There are so many words which America has
Did you drop
decided.
your ring again? Your rings
No.
or your bracelet?
dropped my
that
crochet
sounded
stick.
porcelain or ceramic.
Oh,
Yeah, there's so many words which Americans have just decided that you can't say, that nobody else in the world has, but because all the companies that you go on are American, they suddenly just start banning
got it.
Like, what? Why?
Yeah.
No,
you kind
it
of have to
makes
keep
no
up with American
sense.
censorship.
In that sense, because it's like the idea that we want to understand cultures, and there's a Korean word. I don't know what it
Understand
means.
cultures.
You know, Disparu, right?
Oh, the one that's, I think it's like okay.
Yeah,
think it
I
just
don't know
means,
what
like,
the
okay.
word means though. So
No, but it's something like that. It's a word that you just use all the time, but it sounds exactly the same to the point where
it
you
sounds like
cannot
the
play it.
N-word.
You
Yes.
you cannot play it on YouTube because it will just the AI will think it's that word. It's that similar, and I think it just means like okay, so or over there or something like that.
It's
And so
something very
people will
vanilla.
people will spam the word because like over there, over there, over there, over there, and people what every time.
Oh well.
Well, then they found out though that when American
Racist.
streamers go over there and start causing trouble, they can just say it and they go away.
Well, that's why the American Society of Magical N-words can be said, because at the same time it's a title, but also the Spanish word for black.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Ian, thank you for the 115.39. I think Raiders' last one was 38, so he beat him by a cent again.
I think Ian wins after this one.
He wins. Pain is all in the mind until you have a needle dragging RA, etc. across your heart.
Uh-huh.
It's still in the mind,
Raider.
Ian. You did that with your mind.
You did.
Yeah,
No
but
one
there's
told
difference
he
in going-
was just like, I'm just gonna do it, and like no one even asked, no one said anything. He's like, I'm
No
doing
one
it.
told you to do
He
it.
was
You know,
like,
you
"That's what I am."
suggested it yourself, sir.
That is true. Nobody
He did.
brought
He
up
came
you
out of-
getting a tattattoo.
He came out of
except
left
you.
field with that. He was just like, you know what? I'm gonna get Raider tattooed on my chest.
Yeah, everyone else
What do you
thought
think of
that was a
that?
bit extreme.
never- Even suggested it whatsoever. You're the only one.
Wiccan's future ex-husband for 2. When does the new Buffy the Vampire Slayer return? I'm not sure. I think it's I'm thinking next year. I don't think they're gonna have it ready this year because I think filming just started. So probably like by the end
I'm
of next year.
Scared, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I'm terrified. I
What
don't think
the
it's
Oh
gonna
show's
be
yeah,
gonna
they're
good.
on,
like-
they're on set 8
Yeah,
hours
they're on
ago.
set. Cajun Corey for 10. I was drinking a beer
Oh.
and the bartender yelled, "Anyone know CPR?" I replied, "I know the entire alphabet." And when we all laughed and laughed, we'll accept this one guy.
Yeah, he was a miserable
Yeah.
git.
Wow, Cajun!
About the Buffy reboot, I was like, Buffy the Vampire Slayer filming reboot, and one of the titles is "Sink Your Teeth into First Look at Sarah Michelle Gellar."
Mm.
I'm like, the puns for this thing are gonna be awful.
Was that
Yeah.
the one where she was wearing the red dress? Because it
Yeah, I
wasn't
saw
that
that.
impressive.
No,
to be
this is
honest.
8 hours ago. It's just a new. Oh, it is. They show a red dress in it.
Yeah, she's just in a red dress. People were like mad about it. It's like that's probably just her showing up on set, or just like she doesn't need to
It's
be
not
like
even a
in
good
fighting outfits all the time. Like I don't know. I have no faith in this. Like I'm gonna
It's
nitpick
not
the crap out of
complimentary
it.
at all.
I would rather just have low expectations, and expect the worst, and hope for the
Yeah.
best.
That's what I mean. I'm not even. I don't think it's going to be good. So if I'm surprised, I'll be happy to be surprised because I would love for it to be great. But even as this is my favorite show, and I still think that it went on for 2 seasons too long. So I'm like, why bringing it back? Just like let it die. Just people can
I
just
know.
rewatch the old
There
one. Like
are
leave it alone.
There are very few shows that end off on a high note.
Yeah.
Better Call Saul, and what else? Breaking Bad did a pretty good job on that. I'm trying to think of other TV shows that ended off right when it should have. Chat, you guys know better than me.
There's a few, and there's some like Firefly. I would have loved for that to be longer,
A little
but
longer?
I think,
Yeah.
but because it was so good, like I'm like, you know what? It ended. See, Eldridge just said, "Yeah, there you go, Firefly." Agreed.
Yeah,
like
well-
it ended well.
No, yeah, but that's ending early. So you've got stuff like Person of Interest that went about 5 seasons. That was perfect. You had Stargate. I liked all the Stargate series.
Yeah, the Angel ending
maybe
was
you could
good.
argue that when the main guy left, that it would have been better to end there. But I still like the latest series.
Mhm.
Supernatural definitely went on too long. There's a lot like that. But...
I'm not.
And they want to bring it back.
Galactica, I haven't watched these shows. Falling Skies, Angel TV
Yeah,
show.
Stargate Galactic.
Angel
Yeah,
did
that
end
ended
well.
well. Went on
I
well.
agree with that.
Sopranos
Ian,
ending.
for
Never
50
watched
says,
Sopranos.
Wow, my Raider tattoo is gonna
Star
have a
Trek,
niche audience.
I think all those were fine. Like all the Star Trek, or the first set of Star Trek. Because there are some series that can't go on too long because they focus on ideas rather than a central story. So as long as Star Trek could keep thinking of new themes to make episodes about, they were fine.
So The Sopranos, I think that it did have a great ending. It's very, and listen, I think it was brilliant because it ended like 25 years ago, and people are still debating and talking about it. So they did something right.
I think
with that.
that's a pretty good sign.
That's
then.
very good. Yeah. It did upset people because the way they did it. I shouldn't say spoilers, right? Because I think even if you didn't watch Sopranos, you kind of know how it ended. So what they did was they ended it with a black screen, and they leave it like up to the audience, kind of like, did Tony die? Did he get shot? Because it's a tense, like, scene happening. He's in a
Cliffhanger?
restaurant, like kind of, but the screen goes black, and I think that is great because back at the time, like I was too young, I didn't watch it then. People like were literally like calling cable services, checking. They thought that their cable went out.
Oh
And
no!
then it goes to like the credits. So for like a good like 30 seconds, it's just a black screen. Like, oh wait, what happened? And like freaking out. And I'm like, that was actually pretty genius.
Well,
I think
the end of Blackadder is something similar. In fact, they've said they wouldn't do Blackadder again because it ended so well they couldn't top it, and they ended on a World War II series, and the series ends with them going over the top, and so there's like he's been trying to get out of it the entire series. He finally has to go over the top. And he's like, do you have any more scams to get out of this? He's like, no, sir. Here we go. And they go over the top and like music plays. And then it slowly fades out of like a pause scene into just a bed of flowers. And it was just like meant to be all the corpses that were there and everything. It's like just in loving memory of.
World War One, says chat.
Yeah. So it was the best ending. And that was a comedy. But it managed to end on a really poignant note. So you probably
Which
can't
is
top
hard
that.
for a comedy, realistically.
Well, it's always been British comedy is like that in a whole. That they joke about things which are true, and so setting it in World War One, it's like they won't just take the piss out of it. The point isn't to humiliate the thing; it's to highlight things around the topic.
And I think that's the beautiful thing about comedy, where a real, true situation, which might be pushing the envelope, and especially because we got the world wars in this, and to make light but also entertaining of it, I think that's impressive.
Oh yeah, Blackadder. Even they say the first series is weird because they haven't fallen into what they want the series to be. But after series 1,
Yeah. So I was gonna share this when we were talking about Gina. I just think it's funny, so I'm gonna share it now. Gina Carano settles with Disney. Will replace Pedro Pascal in all movies. The Babylon Bee.
Babylon Bee.
This made me laugh.
My theory is that she's actually still Pedro. He's just wearing a mask. I think all of them.
Pedro is out.
I think Pedro Pascal has played every single actor for the last 10 years, and we just haven't realized.
Oh my god.
Was it Benjamin Cumberbatch?
Cumberbatch?
Cumberbatch.
That is how you say it? Okay, I thought I was gonna say it wrong. It's Cumberbatch. In the Zoolander movies, like, we are all that's Pedro.
We are all Pedro
we are all.
Pascal.
Wait, are you a boy or a girl? All. Just all.
I'm in shock because, like, I mean, Rachel Zegler and Pedro Pascal were like the top two kind of Latino or Latinx or whatever, if you want to call it that, actor or actress. And so I think Pedro really learned from Rachel Zegler on how to act.
Yeah, because I mean, there was a period
Curry
where
favor.
he was like attacking people and like calling them Yahtzees
But they were
and
doing
stuff,
the
and
same
he was-
things, realistically.
Yeah, I guess he probably. I mean, I don't know. I don't follow him. I don't see his tweets or anything. But I think he probably chilled a little bit. But you're right. Learn from Rachel.
I do think if Rachel Zegler was a bloke, she wouldn't have had the same backlash. I think there is different expected behaviors from people, and being an arsehole definitely hurts you more as a woman than a bloke. It's fine when you're it's fine when you're in the power. So if you're being fake pushed by DI and stuff, I think that they'll be like, oh yeah, you go girl boss, and they'll fakely lift you up. But from the audience
Until it
perspective,
doesn't serve them.
well, for the audience will always despise you, but you'll get work anyway. But I think like Pedro's had some horrific tweets in his time, and it hasn't hurt him in any way, shape, or form.
Because if you compare it to the tweets that happened during like the time Gina Carano got canceled and Pedro was still allowed to be an actor, it's like, where's the equality in that if we were to talk about equality, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but we're not equal. Like my point isn't that it's necessarily bad. It's that because you're different, you're expected to do different things, and so you get treated differently. I think that's all fair.
Which I agree.
There is a case of like women haven't been wrong when they're like, if I'm bossy at work, people call me bossy, but if a guy does it, he's just the boss. Like, yes, but it's not necessarily a problem. It's that you should fulfill the role that people expect you to and that you were meant to. You do get, like, I don't think Rachel could double down on something and get away with it. Because you're going against expectations. Whereas with Pedro, people kind of respect you if you stand up for yourself. You're not seen as just catty. So I do think there is something to that. This has been the same thing with a lot of the leftist points. Some of them are correct. They just use that to get a horrible thing rather than going, this is just the way humans are. But then that is the problem of it. Like, well, maybe you shouldn't act that way. Maybe if Rachel had just apologized and been like, and shut up, people would have liked her. Now, if Pedro shut up, he'd still be creepy. So he can't get away with the same thing she could do either. Like, it cuts both ways, but for different reasons.
Like, if Rachel Zegler kind of did the Sydney Sweeney type of marketing, totally different story. But that's like playing up your strength versus,
Well, it's
what
playing up to be
she
what
was.
people expect of you. So yeah, if she was nice and flirty and just invited male attention, then yeah, people would like her. But she can also not have a personality or do anything, and people will still like her. Whereas with Pedro, he will have to talk and like there has to be something about him to get people to like him. Whereas it's almost like they're playing different roles. So she played the kind of catty, argumentative, opinionated person, which is the male role, and it just didn't work for her. Whereas Pedro is playing the feminine role, and because that's what's expected in society, that's what's working for him. If they switched, I think both people would be in a better place. Weird.
So you think if Pedro was more well, I say this, but then there's Henry Cavill, who is uber masculine and understanding of nerds, and it just seems like his stardom is just not as alluring as some other people's.
That's
unfortunately.
because he's seen as one of us by both sides, by both Hollywood and us. Like you can recognize that he's the fan of the source material. He says what the audience wants. He knows what the audience wants, and he argues for it on set. And that's the problem. They don't want to do that, and so that just makes him a problem because they're like, we want to do. And if you like with Bo's tweets, it's the same thing. He's talked about how with the comics,
You can
he
pull
wants
them
to do
up.
the comics,
if you want.
and it's a problem for the people in the studios. So that makes you a problem, and that makes them want you out because you're stopping them doing what they want.
You're lighting up their disillusion at that rate.
The problem in Hollywood at the moment is the wrong behavior on both sides, men and women, is rewarded. So they reward the argumentative girl boss, which the audience can't stand, and the effeminate guy who comes across as creepy to the audience, which the audience don't want. When what they want is Henry Cavill, because he's like, well, he's one of us, but they don't want the masculine man that fulfills that role, because he won't let them do what they want. So everybody's screwed.
Yeah, and I think I know Gary has said this. He was born in the wrong era. I think if he was born 10 years earlier, like
could you imagine him in the 90s? He'd be everywhere.
Oh my God, girls
Henry?
would be slugging all over him. Like there'd be wet paths all over their trails or whatever.
They'd be leaving snail trails.
Yeah, and he is. There are not a lot of girl nerds out there, but for the girl nerds that are like holding out strong, he is their wet dream. He can build his own computer.
This is why he
Warhammer.
works. Well, this is why he works though, because he works for both sides. Like the men like him, and the women like looking at him. So there is no reason not to have him in your movie. But
Yeah, I would rather look at Henry Cavill than Pedro Pascal.
yeah, it's like, how does he compare to Ryan Gosling?
Oh, I'd rather look at him than Ryan Gosling.
Rather look
Because
at
I asked that specifically because I was reading a thread earlier that was like, the female gaze loves Ryan Gosling.
I mean,
It's
he's
like,
good
no,
looking.
they're the ones
Yeah, he's
dragging all
handsome.
the women into the cinema. It's like,
Now,
yeah, but
if you put him against Chris Hemsworth, that'd be difficult for me.
really?
I mean, both of them have very
So
both
Chris
of them
Hemsworth
personality
Chris
physically.
Hemsworth versus Cavill.
I think both of them are funny. One's nerdier than the other in different ways.
I'm not even about their personality. I'm on about like purely physically.
Oh, purely physically. Sorry, Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, like if you didn't know either of them in a club and you only saw them, which one would you walk up to? Kind of thing, I'm thinking.
Chris.
I'm kind of
but-
surprised about that.
Why?
between Chris Hemsworth and what, Henry?
Yeah.
Why?
What this has always been a thing. Like, what guys can't judge other guys and women can't judge women, but for some reason women think they can. It's so bizarre. the amount of times women have gone, well, she's not even attractive. It's like, you don't even know, though, because you're not into him. So it's simultaneously, I could assume that you'd be into Henry Cavill more, but if you ask me why, I wouldn't be able to like put it into words, because how am I supposed to know?
I think the muscles on Chris Hemsworth. I've always been into the kind of jokey, funny type, and also that's just not what I've seen from Henry Cavill either.
Well, if you think of that Henry Cavill PC build, that was very much that way. It was all double entendre with physical jokes.
I know, and it's so hard to just put the two together and like compare the two. But if we're just looking just on looks, sorry, it's Chris Hemsworth for me at least.
I don't think you stand much chance with Chris Hemsworth. I think Chris Hemsworth will be more interested in people with dangly.
Well, and as soon as they open their mouths, if we're talking about PC build versus some of the interviews that I've seen with Chris Hemsworth, Henry Cavill would win hands down. But that's just what they put out in the public too. So we don't know 100% to what, at least I would say, is the most attractive.
You know what the most awkward thing about Bo is? I can't even click his profile picture.
Because he's last name is DeMeo.
No,
he's DeMeoing in your something.
It's because I can't click his profile picture. So yeah, he said he was emailing the executives. He said, "Greetings, executives." He was immediately told Kevin despises being called an executive because he sees him and his parliament as artists. It's hard to honor your characters when the priority over a well-meaning X-Men pun. He's been doing a lot of this kind of stuff about the inside of Disney.
Super like aggressive towards the Marvel executives.
I don't know who this is.
Bo DeMeo made X-Men 97. Essentially,
Yeah, made the animation.
Oh, okay.
He was also the guy. He's worked on lots of stuff, but one of the ones he worked on was The Witcher, where he said it was. I'm going to paraphrase, but it was something along the lines of, "You must respect a piece of work before you're allowed to add to its legacy." So this guy, by the way, he would not align me on basically any issue at all. But he does have a good attitude when it comes to source material, and he seems to like the source material a lot, kind of thing. So you will find him having loads of bad opinions, but he also has some decent ones when it comes to, if you put him in charge of Marvel, he would have a far higher hit rate than the people currently in charge. And this is why they think they're artists. And that is, if you're an artist, you think that it's your vision that matters. It's like, I've got something important that I have to say to the world. I have to bring this to the audience. And it's not, I need to give the audience what they want. If you think of yourself as an artist, that's the same kind of opinion. It'd be like, these common peasants don't understand what they want. I need to tell them. I need to inform them. I've always hated entertainment being called an art form for that very reason. It puts the onus on you rather than the audience. And I would say, although there are some artists in entertainment that can make art as a movie, most of them are just entertainment court jesters. And if they think of themselves as that, they'll make way better stuff.
Disbrew, have you watched The Studio yet?
Only the first episode.
Okay, there is an episode. I think it's episode 7 or 8. It's the second last episode, but he talks about himself being a studio head as an artist, and there's this like little kind of controversy of, are you an artist being a studio head or whatnot, and what, like, as like even producer, exec, and whatnot. And are you like, it does make me think, like, you green light things because you think, one, it's going to make you money, or it's not. So does that make you an artist, or does that make you more so
I forgot to share the
like account exec at that point? Because that's what that makes me think of. And I think I would love for you to watch all of The Studio. I have one more episode to watch, which is the last one, and to talk about these like things that they bring up in The Studio, which is it's not woke but it's entertaining enough to look into the thought that it is a parody of Hollywood, and this
The-
is probably what they think.
The studio is a comedy about what Hollywood thinks of itself. So
Yes.
it's all the problem that the workers have about their own industry. But that also means that the studio will never once consider that they are the problem with Hollywood. Like, Seth Rogen will never think that he's the issue. And that's one of the issues that Bo
He
has.
is though. Like that's
No,
that's the
the
crazy part
character
with the
that
show.
the character that he cast himself as in the show might be the issue. But Seth will never be able to come to the problem in Hollywood that he might be the one making bad shows. And Bo will never once consider that his political opinions might be destroying his own shows. And you see that in
Which
his
can
tweets.
be both true.
Yes, like Bo says some good stuff about the industry, but he will also come out with stuff you're like, what? No. And this is the issue. It comes from, they see all the problems of other people, but they'll never think that they are part of the industry and they might just be too close and might be part of the problem as well.
And that I think is the hard thing, that even like, because I've seen YouTubers even get an ego that is so
That's happened a lot.
above what they should have. And then you're like, but does that make sense? But that's the hard part with the fame that comes with it, or the accolades, or I don't even know what brought them to the point that they end up becoming Hollywood status in their mind.
It's not even that. It's that everyone sees the world from their own perspective, because obviously your own senses. And so it's very easy to get main player character syndrome because you are the main player character in your own life. And there's a lot of people that can only perceive the world from their perspective. And so then you are
empathy is a
very
huge
open to
thing
thinking that way.
that I think a lot of people don't have, which is kind of the same thoughts that you're bringing up here, is that they're solo leveling their own life in the world.
There is something that was required in humanity that not all people have, to be able to run a simulation of somebody else's worldview and somebody else's brain and imagine what they are seeing in that corner of the room with their opinions.
Which is why I like what I do as a
abstract
job.
for some people.
Desperate, when you're elbow deep in someone's own crap, literal crap,
I
you
wouldn't want to
really.
go in someone someone's crap, you know.
Well,
Someone else
I
can
was.
change the diapers, to be honest.
I was wiping their own buttholes.
Yeah. Changing their nappies, I'll leave that to her.
Yeah, I've done that. But anyways,
Yeah, I've done
you
that.
you really,
That was PT. You could see like the PTSD flicker across her face, and
yeah.
she was reliving
Sorry.
the moment.
I'm not going to
Why
talk
is
about
it
the story that
yellow?
came out of my mind. It really makes you feel so leveled out in that sense, so normal. So I'm trying to think of the word. Chat, maybe you have the better idea of what word, but just so.
I liked it when you said solo leveled because I just thought of the anime.
I did think that so too.
I thought
didn't
that's what you were
watch the
referencing,
anime.
to be honest.
I didn't think the anime, but like it really did. I don't know if that was in the same context.
Do you mean
but,
self-sufficient or something? I don't know what you.
I was self-sufficient when I was changing this person's diaper.
Well, it's not that these diapers aren't going to change themselves.
But yes, Teletran, the empathy that you feel for someone, but also to be humbled by the experience of changing someone's diaper. Also,
you're like, I am one bad day away from this. Like, I could be in a car accident or something, and just this could be me.
Yeah, and to be brought down to that level, and then to have that idea, because watching the studio and watching how some people think the way that they do in Hollywood, it's like, are you freaking serious that this is the scariest and worst thing? The idea of parking.
One of the clips that I liked was when they were at an award ceremony on the red carpet, and they're like, "Who are all these people?" And they're like, "Oh, they're influencers."
That episode was so good.
I've only seen the red carpet clip, and he's like, the Golden Globes used to mean something, and he's like, "Well, don't do that, or the rewards will be going the same way as DEI." Like,
no, it is so true, and I actually enjoyed that episode. And if you ever get to that Disbrew, I think you will actually enjoy.
I'll watch it at some point.
How Sal got so many, what do you call it? When you acknowledge someone in your speech, but like someone who's a studio exec did not, you're like, well, how did that happen?
Actors have spoken about that before. They're always like, and for anyone else I've forgotten, because they've clearly been.
They probably
told about it.
did.
Yeah. But it happens
And
to everybody.
also Zoe, Black Cat Kravitz. Yeah, she's in the studio too, and she plays such a funny role, which I have ultimate respect for her to play like a very Gen Z like character. She's hilarious. So I recommend.
This is Seth Rogen's show. Sorry, I looked it up. That's Apple TV. I don't have Apple.
It's quite entertaining enough to at least highlight some of the things that happen in Hollywood and like laugh at. I also wonder if Seth really wanted to make fun of him 100% or not, but that's up to the audience.
Okay.
I recommend people watch it because it is a good show and highlights a lot of Hollywood craziness.
That's
and
crazy.
yes, Seth Rogen is relevant, Shane. He made himself relevant, but now it's a conversation of whether you believe that it's parody or not, depending on the show.
Well,
I think some of it is parody.
No, comedy is realistic. That's what makes it funny. One of the aspects of comedy is recognizability. You have to be able to recognize it as true. It's kind of the foundations of comedy. One is absurdity, but one is you recognize it. So something that's recognizably absurd is funny, which is where those things go. They're like, yeah, this is the way it is, but it's also stupid that this is the way it is.
The most recent episode that I watched was a CinemaCon kind of in Vegas, and they said that they had an old school Hollywood style table, which meant drugs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, you know, I think that's something that definitely happened during,
probably.
So if you can imagine what happened in the episode, it was quite funny.
Gary's told stories where they would have like a film canister when they use film to send the things to it across companies that would just be full of white powder and they'd just get shipped around. So,
hey, you know, whatever make Hollywood run, okay?
Anything which has a lot of money. This is one of the things. It's not that Hollywood just suddenly started struggling. It's that Hollywood made so much money they didn't need to worry about anything. And now they have to be run as a business, and they don't know how to do it because it never has.
Because they haven't done it in so long.
They never had to worry about profit margins.
Because they just enjoyed being good or bad at their job. Whatever it was, they had fun.
But this is how you get things like, they have a way of subtly threatening you with your job and livelihood if you don't comply. A business wouldn't do this because a business would be like, maybe he's got a point. They don't have an invested position that they want to enforce. They want the best thing, and so they would consider your opinion. With this, if you disagree with the executives, yeah, they're gonna threaten you with your job. Oh, this was, do they read the comics? And he was like, no, they don't. They have their assistants read them and write up a paragraph summary.
Oh my God. Do you remember in Last of Us when they were like, don't even like watch or play the game?
Yeah, because they want you to give your own personal take on things. Like, yeah, but how can you make it fit with the source material if you don't know what you're doing?
Yeah, exactly. Take your personal thought just based on the script, which is also based on the story. So technically you should watch the source material.
It's a good idea.
Make your, idea. But hey,
I never understood that when they like specifically tell you not to. It's like playing a superhero and telling them don't pick up a comic if you don't know the superhero. Don't pick it up. Just go with the flow.
God. Oh, you're playing Romeo and Juliet. Don't read Romeo and Juliet.
Oh
no, it's a romance story. Trust me. It's like, that's all they know. Like, it's a beautiful romance. It's like, no. The entire point of that story is to tell you not to repeat their mistakes. It's the same thing as Titanic.
It was all correct. All of it that you said. But yes, I think that the idea that
Shakespeare didn't think of it as it was a tragedy.
It's a tragic romance, okay?
No, it was a tragedy. It wasn't romantic at all. Women have taken that story and pretended it was romantic. It was never meant to be. Not from the male perspective. But one of the reasons is, this is from a comic store. It says, it sounds like the intent is to make the material more accessible to a wider audience, but they just go about it wrong. And she's like, no, it isn't. It's about them wanting to make their mark on the project. That's why they alter all
literally
the source
wanted
material.
to pee on it like a dog.
Yeah, they wanted to mark it as their territory. And they don't know the comics. Oh, this was I say this was a lot of love because I love Marvel and its characters, but I'll give you how it's made. So he wanted to propose something, and a VP who despised him comes up with how stupid their nicknames are and agreed with another director, and that he needed to turn his comic collector brain off because the names sounded stupid, even though they were just their names. So
Excuse me?
in the end, she shut him out of the process. They had a fight over it in season 2, and she felt he was putting too much lore in, and that we should just call him a random warlord. And then he said, "Oh, it must be further down." Yeah, I begged Marvel to get her off the show, and he lost the
Wow.
fight.
Clearly.
Okay, anyone
Wow.
who says the source material or whatever is like that is retarded, why are you making a show on that in general? Because guess what? There was an overwhelming attraction to the source material. And if you do not think the source material is integral to making the current material for your project, there's something wrong with you. I'm drunk.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, you acted better than Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Oh
better.
my god, my son and my daughter. Okay, to be
No,
fair,
my
how
favorite
he
bit
acted
is
with
when
his daughter
when his
probably was
son.
how I acted.
No,
Would have
when
acted.
when the alien came down and bombed his son, blew up his own house, and he went,
He was like, damn.
Oh no!
Okay, that was very
Whoa.
underacted.
It
And I'm
He
like,
did not cry
You
enough for that.
You sound like you've just dropped your mobile phone.
Aw,
That's the same way
man.
I would. It's like,
Man, I just spilled my
no.
coffee.
Disparate. He just read his lines for the first time at that moment.
I mean, they had him for a couple hours, and they were like, "Let's just read it. You don't just, we'll edit it later. Just say the line."
I found that movie. I found that movie so funny. Like at the moment, all I want to do, I want to talk to Ice Cube and just ask him about how he filmed the movie. Like that's the only thing I want. Can you imagine the stories he has to tell about that? It's like I don't know what happened. They
By
just
the way,
gave me a
Discrew,
script.
Ice Cube is in the studio and he plays the guy who's going to play Kool-Aid. It's hilarious.
There's a lot of people. Apple even, there was a story, Apple even told Seth Rogen when they were talking about whether you can do the show, we don't think we can give you the money for this because we don't believe that you can get all of these cameos, which you need to make the show. So they bet it essentially on Seth Rogen's contacts that he promised them he could get all those people, and he did. Which is surprising for a no-name show. There's loads of people in the first
Zach
episode.
also has a lot of contacts, and I think he's well, what's the word for it? He's well, connected in the world. Like he's been there since like what, 15, 20 years at this point?
Yeah, but even then, there's a difference between I know you because I filmed a movie with you, and I can get you to be in my show.
Which also speaks to the idea of who he is in this world. Because that's also something that they highlight in the show, whether you realize it or not. It's how you interact with some of these people. And the episode of
it really shows the arse kissing. How you just can't say anything against the other person.
Yeah.
You just have to do whatever they tell you.
The Golden Globes episode where Sal ends up getting referred to in his speech, in people's speeches, who he literally, all he did was just offer up his couch to the guy who played in, what's that Apple show? Severance? I forgot the artist.
I don't know the
name,
Apple
the
shows.
guy, the male lead.
I don't know. I don't
But
think it's that
anyways,
impressive. I
so
think it's massively overhyped, the show.
he was in the, like, in his acceptance speech, he referred to Sal, who is just an exec, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and just how powerful a meme can be in an acceptance speech.
Mm-hmm.
And memes are ultimately more powerful than what you actually end up doing.
Well, yeah, I mean, before memes were even called a thing, we still had memes. They were essentially just small, easily transferred packets of information.
Yes.
And that's why they're powerful, because they don't need, well, like sound bites has also been the thing. if the evidence doesn't fit, you must acquit. That is a meme, but people knew that, and it was like rounded into rhymes, so people remember it, and it has an impact, and it stays in people's heads. We've always had this. Even like limericks and stuff, I think you could class as memes.
It's the idea of marketing. It's like what will stick in people's minds. Example, Sydney Sweeney, right?
She
Yeah,
sure
Now
does.
we'll always think of Sydney in American Eagle.
Well, I think that's always been one of the cases where, like, there's always been a common, well, meme in itself that the left can't meme. But one of the reasons for that is because the right just speaks to reality. So it's just, this is the way it is, and you can show that in a picture. Whereas left memes are just walls of text, because they have to guide you through all the academic, logical, mental loopholes to jump through, all the way down. They have to, essentially argue with you in the meme, and that just doesn't work. And it's one of the, they can't do comedy. Because how are you supposed to teach someone an entirely new worldview in a sentence? You can't do it. It takes too much time and effort.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. I'm
That's
gonna catch up.
crazy.
It's so crazy.
Oh, you were
it's
muted. I was like, I think
wild.
you said something. I'm like, what happened? She dropped something again. It's okay.
It was my lip gloss. I'm sorry. I tried to grab it with my toes.
Let me catch up on the supers. Another one from Wicked's future ex-husband for 2. Does Alien Earth have predators in it? I don't know.
I don't know. We'll
No.
find out next week
Yeah.
when we
I don't-
watch
I
it.
don't-
I'm not sure
think
you will.
so.
I think it's a different alien per week.
Yeah.
But I think
Probably
at
not,
least a
though.
few of them are just aliens.
From the commercials, I'm sorry, the cyborg human or whatever she is, the blonde chick that she wears.
No. 2 different things. Okay, so you got Alien Earth, which is a TV show about a ship bringing aliens to Earth, and then you got Predator Badlands.
I mixed it up. I'm so
Yeah, Predator
sorry.
Badlands is the one with the blonde strapped to his back. That's a movie, not a TV show.
I'm so sorry.
They're easily
Now both sound
confusable.
horrible. Oh my god.
Both are horror. I actually really like the start of the last trailer where it's just talking about the Predator going to an alien planet where it's like their training ground. It's the deadliest planet in the world. Can he defeat the natural wildlife there? And then you have to stuff some stupid blonde in there, some Zoomer chick who's just gonna like give him lip the entire movie. Oh god, we cannot escape them.
Mark reality for 5. Disney was going up against a very well-funded and experienced legal team, and I suspect that they aren't used to that. Elon has more money than Disney. Yeah, that's a very fair point too. That him, joining her team definitely.
Well, she wouldn't have done
helped.
anything. Like she
Yeah.
wasn't going to sue until he was like, "I
He's
will
like,
back you."
Yeah,
And the reason Elon backed her because it was a message that if you fire someone for a tweet, I'll come for you, and so he'll be happy with the outcome.
mm-hmm. Wicked's future ex-husband for another 2. We should have a Kick-Ass 3 movie. Gosh, when was the last one? That's been like 10 years since 2, right? It's been a while.
It's weird with the name as well because it's like Wicked Kicks Ass 3.
I'm
like-
gonna star in it. Jesus, thank you for the 5. Just read, did
Oh.
weapons have any jump scares?
This is one of my
Yes.
criticisms of the movie.
Yes.
It's not a scary movie. It's
But
all
there's
jump scares. It's all jump
Okay.
scare. All of the, and it actually moves away from it. It starts as a jump scare movie,
And then it's funny.
stops.
Than
Well,
anything.
then it stops. It's not the movie you expect it to be. Whether you like it or not, I don't think you expect the movie that you end up with.
I
Um,
absolutely agree with that, actually, to be honest.
Yeah, because I think you probably expect the start of the movie.
I
Um,
expected a horror movie 100%.
Yeah, which is the way
In-
it starts, and so
like,
that kind of leads you into it.
House of Wax horror, where the horror is so bad you laugh at it type of horror. It's not exactly that. And I think that they play into some horror and comedic tropes.
Yeah, I mean, just from the trailer and the title, you would probably expect the kids to be weapons in it, and the kids to be going around doing stuff. And that's not what the movie is.
Might be one part where they might be weapons.
I'm not counting 45 seconds of movie in a 2-hour and 8-minute movie.
okay. Which,
I can't
by
wait
the
to go see
way,
it.
I enjoyed that.
I'm excited. I love a good thriller. So
Oh no, yeah.
hello.
I don't want to
Yellow
ruin
Flash.
anyone going to the movie. As
No,
far
I
as
know.
I know, I'm the only person that doesn't
That
like
hasn't
the movie.
liked it. Yeah.
To be fair though, like I actually do think that because we're so secretive on what happens in the movie and we're so careful with it, that we want you to have your own like conclusions, thoughts on the movie, because it is in general, like I appreciate the fact that it's more of an entertaining movie than I have watched in majority of the movies that have happened this year. I don't know about Disborough.
No,
He
because
can
I
talk
watch
about
I watch foreign stuff. Like
Yeah.
my
so
world
he's
doesn't
had a
revolve.
lot that he's liked.
I think one of my one of the like the separance, and I think this is one of the reasons that the international box office may not be keeping up with the domestic one, is that it's natural that Americans are more tied to the American box office than foreign people. To me, there's no difference between watching an American movie and a Korean one. You're both foreign places, and
Yeah,
so
That makes sense.
I have no connection. And it also makes sense that Americans would like American culture more and be
Makes
tied
sense,
to it more.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, well, I'd be more than willing to watch Korean stuff and compare it to the Hollywood box office because you're both foreign box offices. Whereas there will still be some kind of distinction and separation mentally from Americans with the
So
own
Disborough,
one.
when are you watching K-pop Demon Hunters?
At the moment, I'm going through all the Psychopath stuff. I've done 1, 2, and the 4 movies before season 3 at the moment.
Because I'm
And,
so curious. I
don't expect to like it just from what I've seen.
rate K-pop Demon Hunters as my close to number
Yeah,
one
but I don't like
movie.
musicals.
But that's the thing. It's like I love musicals. I love K-pop.
Yeah, but I don't like musicals.
I love
She
girly
loved
stuff.
it. I didn't see it yet. But she loved
Yellow
it.
Flash. Okay. For the uber male audience of who K-pop Demon Hunters is, I understand if you don't like it. I think it's a very straightforward story of someone who is trying to overcome an obstacle in their life.
Demons.
And yes, essentially.
It's a pretty big
Essentially.
obstacle to be
But
fair.
it is, like I said,
And
very
they're hunting
straightforward.
them.
But that idea hasn't been illustrated in a lot of movies and TV shows more recently. So whether you are someone who likes that sort of stuff, who I have, it's actually crazy how many men have recommended me this movie.
Oh, it's done massively. It's one of Netflix's like most popular things.
Most
and
popular.
the weird thing is, over the weeks, it's gone up. It's been
Yes.
hitting new viewer records over time. It's
Which
wild.
is why I think like Disborough, someone who likes both bad and good, I think you'll at least appreciate that it is a at least good movie. It might not be your movie, but it is a good movie.
I think I review things on a different scale than other people. Like other people seem
Yeah.
to start at 5 and go up and down based on whether it annoys them or
I
they
go
like
from
it.
0.
I don't start at 5. I start at 0 and go off entertainment value. But I think that loads of people have gone, War of the Worlds is the worst movie of the year. Like, well, I don't think it is because
It is the worst but most entertaining.
But
One of
that's a
the
good
most
movie.
entertaining.
If something entertains you, that's a good movie. And War of the Worlds has such a better family dynamic than Fantastic Four does.
I mean, the
Fantastic Four
fact that
did-
the
Fantastic
guy
Four did
tries
nothing.
to
Well, Fantastic Four did nothing with family. There was a load of people, they said family a lot, and a load of people went, well, they said family, and so I'm literal, and I just believe that means family. No, this
which is-
showed you what a family was.
Yes.
It had all the people combined. They used all of their individual talents to come together. Like, they hated each other at first, then they sort of bonded over a universal enemy. They put all of their separate things together to do an outcome, and then at the end, they're all, oh, actually, we're bigger than the sum of our parts when we work together and we stick together against the wider world which is out to get us. That is what the message of family is. That's none of that is in Fantastic Four. It's all in War of the Worlds. War of the Worlds is War of the Worlds is one of my favorite movies
I
of the
agree
year
with that.
because it was so
Even-
entertaining with good messages.
even if
Fatherhood.
you stalk your own family, I think that the
Yeah, but he learned not
the
to.
premise of it, even if it was not altruistically positive for the people who you were stalking.
Yeah.
It was altruistically positive because he realized over the course of the movie, like he stalked them because he cared, and he realized that
Yeah.
if I
Yes.
just talk to
Just
them,
keeping them safe.
that is the correct way to do it. And so he always had good intentions. He just needed to, like, it was essentially, I'm uncomfortable. I don't want to have this conversation with him.
But it's
that scene where he hacks one of their computers and he sees the text message chat between them, and it hurts him because they're saying bad things about him, that he's spying on them, and he's like, I am spying on them.
But that is something that I think parents need to go through with at some point in their lives, whether it be through maybe not that specifically. It's like the idea that you need to let go of your kids to let them make their own decisions in their life, whether it hurts them or not, and then come to you with, I need your help. And I think that just shows the amount of effort that you put in as a parent that is invaluable at that point. But you can't force it on them.
It's reasons like that why movies exist. It is meant to teach the parents which are watching it that they are also doing this thing and they probably shouldn't. And when you're watching Fantastic Four, it has no message. It just exists for 2 hours and it goes away. And it's like, people go, it's bad. It's like, yeah, but the graphic, like the surface construction of it is bad. But actually, it leads to a far more entertaining thing. I don't know how to judge a movie apart from how it entertains me, which is why I Love Willow is only half a meme. Because I do love Willow. But it's just funny to play into it even more. But it's what it's for. It's to teach you a lesson that you wouldn't have learned otherwise. That's why stories have been passed down through generations, why we wrote them down in books. There's no value to a story. Why, books were incredibly expensive, but we still chose to write down nursery rhymes. But it's because nursery rhymes teach kids things they need to know about adults. And then you look at old nursery rhymes, like, these are horrific. They are really awful. You think the stories you know now, you go back to the ones before and read them, you will be stunned. Watership Down is a movie that harmed children. We're like, how horrific that movie is, but it's still a good movie that the kids will go, yeah, my kids should watch this. Because they all taught you something that you needed to know as a child. And we've stripped all of that away from society. And now we think A Day in the Life of a Twitter Employee is a good movie. It's like, but what about it, though? What about the first character in Weapons taught you anything? Why did she exist? Why is the 45 minutes of her character there? It just exists and then it goes away. Like, oh.
We needed someone to be the teacher.
You didn't need anybody. Like, you could cut all of her stuff.
I'll let you guys know when I see it what I think.
I'm interested to hear what you think of it next week, Wicked.
Yeah, I will. I'll let you know.
For me, the fact that I love Julia Gardner as an actress, both in Ozarks and Anna Delvey. Her as a character in this, and this is something you're challenging me on. And I'm trying to think, does her character really change the story whatsoever?
Or add to it in any way? And I don't mean the end. I mean, specifically her perspective. Which is
I don't think it does specifically. And
like, what does it have to do with the movie?
Yeah, but I love her. Don't get me wrong. I love her.
But when people go, okay, this movie has great acting. I don't give you points for that.
It does.
Because, yeah, but every movie should have great acting. The people in Hollywood should be the best. You are paying these people millions of dollars. Every single actor should be the best, like a good actor. That's the minimum that I require.
I'm just trying to think, like, if her character was X'd out of it and was just replaced with the male teacher, would it have been the same?
I'm not even asking that. I don't know what her entire perspective was supposed to add to the movie. It was interesting to the point where you're like, these children have gone, you're the teacher of the class. And again, this isn't spoilers, this is all in the trailer. What do you think about this? That's interesting. But it goes on for like 40 minutes and it's just her life.
Yeah.
The movie needed to tie into what the movie was about. And most of the movie is just it's just a soap opera. It is a day in the life of an employee. And I like I say, I even liked the second character. And he has the same problems, but he was interesting enough.
I love his character, to be honest.
He had a messed up enough life that my big brother loving ass can actually like enjoy his character because he was just destroying his life, and that was funny. But apart from that,
let's just say it was a headbanger.
There was a lot about that.
Oh, Wicked! If you watch it, are you watching it next week?
Yeah, Monday or Tuesday, I'm gonna go see it.
Yeah, remember this headbanger reference,
I'll
please.
put it in.
And she'll be
back of my
waiting
head.
with bated breath.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you'll
Um,
realize what I mean by that.
There is only one scene that could be.
I'll know what you mean.
She's
Wiccan's
like, "I
future
already know what you
ex-husband
mean."
for I know. I do, and I'm just kidding. I wish they would do a Smallville with Tom and Laura. I think, yeah, I don't know. I think Tom might be too up there in age now to return as Clark Kent, but you never know. Jason
I don't think he wanted to wear the
Webster-
Superman costume.
No,
as
he
well.
didn't. He didn't want
So,
to. No, so
It
that's why they
really
ended
limited
it.
what you could do with that series. Like, you
Yeah, I
just
mean, it went on
couldn't
for a
advance past that point.
while. They did the whole, high school years and
They
all
dragged that out as
They
long
sure
as possible.
did. Thank you for the 5, Jason. Depends on context and formality. The formal Korean for okay is Konnichiwa. Informal.
Nayo.
Okay, so you may have
informal is
misunderstood what we were on about.
Konnichina or
What
Arsao.
we're essentially on about. You're saying the word for what I said, and I'm not even sure. I think it might be Japanese, not Korean. I'm not sure. There's a word that sounds like the N word in one of those languages for a normal term. We don't know what it is, but it is something like okay, or it's over there, or the. It's just a general generic term that's used all the time.
The GTA 5 one, that clip, if you know it, where they're like, the
Yeah, they have like
N-word,
an NPM meter.
and you're like, but it's in your language, so I guess I can understand it.
Yeah, because from their perspective, there are some shows, Coupling does it, where they do a whole thing from his perspective, but he's talking to a foreign person, and then it scrolls back through time to her perspective, and you think of it from her language. It would be if you thought of it from that perspective in this, it'd be like someone going to you and shouting the.
But
The.
it doesn't
But from the other
seem
perspective, it's just like
innocuous.
N-bombs. And you're like, whoa!
But that's the wild thing is like, I don't like when people get canceled for singing music lyrics that have the N word in
obviously.
it.
Yeah. I am 100%. You should not have different groups being able to say different words than other words. If you can say it,
Especially in
everyone can say it.
music.
That's just the thing.
I thought you want people to sing your music.
No, the entire thing, like, again, this is just it's a really American hang-up which has been exported around the world, and it doesn't make sense to anybody. And the fact that
Except
I've had
America.
people, I don't know. I don't think if they actually thought about it, I don't think a lot of America even agrees with it. But I've had people argue with me. I'm like, yeah, but why though? Why should somebody be able to say a word that I can't say? Like, if it's so bad, how can you say it? If it's so awful, if it's so horrific that it harms you, why are you saying it?
And that's why I don't understand lyrics for that specific reason, because I don't personally like saying words like that. But if someone sings the word, then why put it as the word in the first place to guilt trip other people? Anyways,
Yeah,
that's my thought.
makes sense.
Well, the whole person behind Dear White People said, you may have a problem with that title or not, but whatever you do, you're still watching it. What they like, it was probably the same with the American society. It was the point that people would feel awkward around it. They feel power over saying something that you can't. That's the only reason why it exists. They want the exception because it puts them in a superior position above other
So why make lyrics that you would invite someone who's white on stage to say your lyrics,
because
but then condemn them at the same time?
No, because they don't. So what's happened? This is the same for all the words. You say loads of, like there was Linus Tech Tips got told. There was a clip of him where at one point he said, "Well, I've been saying I occasionally used to say the hard R," and the guy was like, "What?" And he meant retard.
Oh,
But everyone else is like, "That's not what the hard R means, mate." But he thought it was because it begins with R, so he thought it meant the R word. And all that happens is if you come up with words that you can't say, well, now you've got landmines throughout the language, but certain words are required for thought. If you can control what people can say, you control what people think. So now you make people... It's one of the reasons, if you've ever said anything and someone comes back and it's like, well, you should have said not this group. So you go, men do this, women do this. It's like, well, actually, you're supposed to say mostly or on average. they're making it so that your language is so unwieldy that no one listens to you, or you can't be efficient with what you say because it makes you less impactful. Which is why you ignore any of those people and you just speak in absolutes. But when you put landmines throughout the entire thing, not only do you make them put more effort into what they're saying, but now you decide whether they go
You're
off or
trying
not.
to trap them.
Well, no, you decide whether they go off or not. So you make so many words that every single person will slip up. Look at the pronoun stuff. Every single person slips up. With Doctor Who, I had huge montage. Well, not huge montage. I had montages of Davis about one of his own employees getting all of the pronouns wrong, but that never goes off for them. But if you say it, they'll use it against you. So you make everyone step on the landmine, and then you only set it off on your enemies, and now you have power. That's what all that kind of stuff is.
Which I agree with it in that aspect, because some people love tripping others in those landmines.
It's true.
I wasn't sure if that was meant to be a euphemism at that point. It was like, wait, where's this
No,
going?
no, it's not a euphemism. It's just
It was the way you
idea
presented
of a
it. It was
trap.
like, la tripping. Like, wait, is that a punchline? I'm not
no,
sure.
no.
Eric Stratton, I think you're talking about the Sopranos finale, the most watched TV finale at 109 million viewers. Will
Wow.
amaze you. Time stood still for the episode. I don't know if that's what you're talking
Yeah.
about, but probably that was it was a big deal.
Huh.
Justin Martin, thank you for the 5. How could Kevin Feige be an artist when he's basically been plagiarizing decades of material this whole time? Yeah, well, he wants to feel more important than he is, so that's why they say stupid things like that. Like your title is what it is. Just shut up. Wicked's future ex-husband for 2. You guys should come for an OU football game. I don't know what that is.
I don't know. Orange Beauty? I don't know.
I have no idea.
I was going to say
Maybe
Orange
it's
around
County. It was like,
maybe it's like a college. Mr. Izu for 10 pounds. I don't know if I said that right. This brew, have you ever watched the Netflix show The Messiah? Based on your preferences, you will really like it, and you should avoid all spoilers. I haven't heard of that one. Is it
I don't know.
is
Slash
it?
film starts with Netflix cancelled its controversial series. Didn't offer a reason why.
maybe? Oh, sorry.
I mean, just the first picture, it looks like a show about Jesus. Just
Oh,
from the character name. Or the
MASH.
character look.
That makes sense. It was MASH. Sorry, that was the most watched finale. Sorry. Well, because we were talking about Sopranos, so yeah. Iris, thank you for the $9.99. Seeing a lot of comments about the Korean words that sound a bit alarming to Americans. For the record, they are you as a subject and my as a subject, and a few others are similar.
I
So
wish I
Iris
understood what you said.
I know.
Yeah, it's just like
The
squiggles.
writing.
But this is
Thank
what I mean.
you
It's why it's
for
interesting to show
clarifying it.
TV series from multiple perspectives. Because to you it's squiggles, but to them your language is squiggles. So
Yeah,
you get that
it's true.
entirely different perspective of somebody essentially going flobber lobber lobber lob.
Us McSpartan? US McSpartan? I don't know. Thank you for the drinks and
USMC
cheers,
Spartan.
guys.
It's
And
a
thank you for the
Halo thing.
$9.99. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Never that so I don't get it. Thank you. Cheers. Michael Doberman for Canadian 2. Have you all seen the Hellraiser revival trailer? I have not.
I've
Didn't
not.
know they were doing another Hellraiser.
I didn't either. Andrew Matthews for 2 pounds. Willow taught me don't eat orange male worm goo.
Worm secretion. It's
remember what it's called?
difficult to see. Is like him putting his hands into the sleepy goo. It's like, well, this is like breast milk, but of the male. And I'm like, just like, are you meaning what I think you mean? And then you're like, how on earth can I get this past YouTube? And I'm like, worm secretion. That sounds good enough, and still gross enough.
Jason Webster for Australian 5. Sorry, I'm getting tired. I can't read. Park Chan Walk is a true artist in auteur.
Auteur.
Auteur. Okay.
Two.
Auteur. I
I think it's a fancy way of saying author.
Oh, okay. Joint Security Arena, Lady Vengeance, and Decision to Leave. Here, I'll leave it up because this is probably looking them up.
Oh, apparently it's feminine.
Oh, it's Oklahoma.
An auteur is a feminine plural. Oh no, that's autresses.
Oklahoma game.
Ortiz.
Got it.
The plural of authors.
Okay.
Okay. Well, oops.
Oh.
She'll be right
He's like,
back.
I don't want any females writing around me. I'm leaving.
She accidentally hit. I know what she
She's
did.
like, no, I'm not having any of that on my
She
watch.
went to like probably mute and accidentally hit leave stream.
Oh no, I
back.
spelt it wrong.
Oh, oops.
I pressed.
You hit the wrong button.
You know how like on your mouth
Have you unstarred it? No, because now I
back
like,
button.
I forgot
how it's
and
spelt.
These
Here.
buttons.
It wasn't that long. ago.
I
It's
just
here.
I just spelled author apparently, or it type. That's what it searched
This
for.
one.
Yeah, hang on.
There you go.
Or
You are.
two.
Well,
A film director who influences their films so much they rank as the author. So it does just mean author.
yeah. Oh, okay.
I mean, a film director really is an author at that rate. I don't
Yeah,
see a difference.
considered the primary creative force.
Hmm. Well, we
An
learned a
artist
new.
with a
We always
distinctive
learn a
approach.
new word from Jason. I feel like every stream, even Disparu learns a new
Jason
word.
is
Well, that's-
actually very like analytically wise. Like he actually knows a lot.
He knows a lot.
It-
He's intellectual.
It's one of those words I had seen, heard, and kind of had an idea what it was, but didn't know the exact definition. It's like someone replied to me on Twitter, well, insulted me on Twitter, and I called them a diminutive peasant. And I was like, what does diminutive actually mean? After I'd already typed it and sent it. And I had an idea, but I'm like, I don't actually know what the correct full definition of it is. So I have a lot of words like that where I know what they mean in one sense, but if you asked me to define it, I wouldn't. And I think that's when people ask you to define something, there are multiple levels of knowing something where you can use it in a sentence accurately, but you wouldn't be able to give such a specific thing that it would count as a definition.
Hmm. Well, looks like we've hit that time. What?
I'm going to be adding Sigourney Weaver's bush back in.
Yep.
We're
What,
stuffing it back in, guys.
Yeah. I'm going on Battlefield 6 with Sigourney's bush.
Guys, I'm Canadian, so you're not allowed to go out in the forest. Otherwise, you're arrested. So I can't go out in the bush.
There is a Canadian law that says if a car refuses to overtake your horse, you must dismantle it and hide it in the bushes.
I'll hide it in my bush, right?
Okay, that's not gonna get clipped.
That's it. Didn't even ask for that. It was like any bush should do. You're like, well, mine's bigger. I could hide a car in mine.
Oh,
Well,
jeez.
they always say the gardener never gardens their own one.
What
It's
do
like
you
they
guys
get back
have
from work is the last thing they want to do.
coming up? You have your Sunday stuff tomorrow, right?
Sunday Fun Day at 1 p.m. Eastern. We're going to play Star Trek Bridge Crew. Tomorrow, I have a breakfast plan with a friend, so I won't be there for arts and crafts, which, if you
That's
see...
the third thing you've dropped today.
No, it's the same thing, which is my crochet hook, which I love this crochet hook, by the way, Furls Crochet. But I've been making this is
Scarf?
called a waffle comb stitch, which I've been loving, by the way.
Is that like
Oh, that's
3D,
pretty.
so it's got like multiple layers to it? Because it looks like it does.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. So I have this with the gray and the white, and then eventually when I change into the color, but there'll be a
Yellow.
kind of purple. It's
Oh.
a pale purple. There,
Pretty.
and that'll be the next blanket because my current blanket that I have finished is a teal green and with
They're
something
going to throw it on
similar
the
to this.
WNBA?
No, there won't be a Shrek green blanket. But after this one specifically, I think what I'm going to end up doing is trying to sell a blanket. And if someone wants to buy a
Why the
commission,
blanket?
You can buy it
commission
as well.
color and
George, you can do whatever you want with it.
a commission color and pattern, I'll do it. Because I actually just really enjoy crocheting. It's ridiculous how monotonous it is, but it's very what's the word for it? It's very satisfying, yes. I actually quite enjoy just crocheting. I really just love crocheting, and if I can crochet a billion blankets, I'll do it.
Strange, everyone slips back into the gender roles, isn't it?
It's easy. I like to bake.
I mean,
it's almost as if this is supposed to give you satisfaction for a reason.
This has been a thing since like back in high school, and I guess it's fine. I'm happy. If other people are happy about it, then great. Because then
I'm
I
sure
get to
they'll
do
love
what
it.
I love.
That's great.
Cook, clean,
I like that. You have Forbidden Frontier on Monday too, right? It's every Monday, isn't it?
Sunday, Forbidden Frontier. We're
Oh,
having
it's Sunday.
Luke
Why I think it was Monday.
Taverns on Forbidden Frontier, 6:30 p.m. Eastern on both Nerdrotic Live and Rumble. And I won't be there for Arts and Crafts Sunday morning. And just watch out for gaming streams. That's it.
What about you, Disparu? What do you got coming up video wise?
I've just published War of the Worlds Part 1 and 2 reviews.
Oh, yeah.
There'll be a Fantastic Four thing. At some point, I want to review Bride Hard, because one of the reasons I think people think War of the Worlds is a bad film is because they haven't seen the other things that exist, like Bride Hard. Like, there's a whole like dimension of stuff that people never see. I'm like, oh my god. So I shall start diving into the nether realm of things.
Amazing.
Yeah,
That's going to be a trip. Can't wait
yeah.
to see
And
it.
also, Nobody 2 is out this week, so
Oh yeah, I can't wait to see that. I'm
finally
gonna
a
go see
movie
that
that I
as
think
well.
might actually be good.
I will go see that in time for Saucy next week. Because
trailer
I
looked
want to
really
make
good.
sure. Yeah, I loved the first one. So, and as far me, I have gaming streams and then Wicked's World on Thursday. So you guys know where to find me. You're here. But yeah, next week we'll be talking about Nobody too. So maybe chat, go see it so we can all
And
talk
Red
about it.
Sonja.
Oh, yeah, can't wait.
I genuinely can't wait for that. Everything I know about that movie is like a red flag,
Yeah.
including her.
Well, I may need to Jack Sparrow that because I am not going to go pay to see that. That's for sure.
I don't think anybody is. I don't think it's even released in many cinemas. I think it's one of those.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right.
But yeah,
well,
Nobody 2 in the trailer had the awesome line of, I just wanted to go on a holiday with my family. It's like-
I can't wait. But all right, guys, we're gonna go. We'll see you next week. Have a wonderful rest of your day or night, whatever time it is where you are. Okay. Bye.
So, yeah.
Bye.